What's up, y'all, man? We back at it with another one on, and I'm standing on it podcast, man. We got the regulars on here. Shout out to that boy. What up, 80?
What's going on with it, y'all? What's going on with it?
Yes, sir. What up, Rail? We got him, man, checking in from New York, man.
You already know what's up. I'm calm today. I'm calm.
He said he called, man. He had a drink. See, when he had that water yesterday, that's what had him on one. So
I'm still drinking water. I'm not drinking no liquor.
We got a new person on the show tonight, man. What's up with my boy Robbie?
Yay! We out here in the Bay, man. We represent real Richmond, California, man. Not Virginia, real Richmond, California. We out here, man. Yay!
We got a couple of more people joining on a little bit later, man. They just getting off work, so they run a little bit behind. So what I want to do, man, my boy Rail hit me and brought up a good topic today. So what we're going to discuss today, man, is do men expect too much from women in a two-income household? So what I'm going to do is go ahead. We're going to start the show off with Rail and let him go ahead and explain it and get his views and opinion on it.
What up, though? So, excuse me, y'all. So, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was saying that, like, men in a two-income household where the man and the woman, a lot of times, where the woman is still working, a lot of times in those situations, the woman, she's working, she's feeding the kids, she's cleaning, she's doing a lot around the house, as well as working the same amount of hours he is. And in a lot of cases where dudes ain't helping cook, ain't helping clean, they just coming home, they go to the man cave, grab a beer while she running around with the kids going crazy. So I feel like, and then in some cases, then the dude expects this woman to have enough energy to have sex or do anything sexual afterwards. Where it's like I feel like it's like if you're not contributing to take some of the shit off her plate, take some of the things off her plate where she's not doing everything when she come home. Are you expecting too much from her if she's doing if the woman is doing the kids, the cleaning, cooking, everything after she just worked the same amount of hours you work? Is that expecting too much from her if you're not, as a man, contributing to those things in the household?
I'm gonna go ahead and jump. Go ahead, Robbie. We'll let you go ahead and jump in on that.
I'm gonna say this, man. I grew up. I'm just gonna say, just talking from a personal man, a real man, household environment. I'm gonna say this: my daddy was always the provider. That's number one. But we not living like that no more. So you know what I'm saying? We gonna start from there. We not living like that no more. We not living where your household is $40,000. Your house is $40,000 a year. So the woman got to go work. That's number one. So we both got to go work. That's number two. Teamwork made the dream work, right? Now we got kids. Everybody got to contribute equally. You know what I'm saying? See where people get it wrong, guys. That's a dead. I'm not knocking no man because everybody wasn't raised the same way. So I can't talk for every man. I'm just talking on just experience being a 50-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Growing up as a kid, I seen a father figure took care of the house, and the woman made sure the house was right. But now we can't live that way. Everybody got to contribute. It be equally yoked. See, that's the key. Nobody is equally yoked, so we always gonna be imbalance. We're gonna be off balance. Everybody, So, but like I was saying, what you were saying. I mean, the man go to work. He tired. He want to go have him a beer. Like me, I'm tired. I work 8 hours a day. I take care of the house. I just want to take my shoes off. Fuck them kids. That's just today's day. But the women work too, but she got to do extra. At the same time, it's never going. A woman gonna always feel that way Because a man gonna always do what he want to do, and a woman gonna always a woman gonna always take care of what she need to take care of. That's regardless. But a man is not gonna think that way because he tired. He take care of home. All right, let me ask you this: there's 4 men on here. We don't take care of home. So do we? I mean, and in an ideal life, the women supposed to take care of the kids, not the man. But not in, like I said, I'm gonna rewind it. We're not like this now. We got to be equally yoked, and everybody gonna feel that way until we all, think that way. You get what I'm saying? Like how I'm thinking. It's like me. I'm in that same situation. I come home, the kid need to eat. I'm gonna go make sure the kid need to eat like she need to make sure the kid need to eat. So what's the difference? So you question that woman for her asking you that, like, what type of man are you dealing with?
Yeah. I've got Amber tuning in.
I hear
you. We got Amber tuning in. She said her dad paid the bills and the rent, and the mom took care of the grocery store, the kitchen, and the kids. So that's how they divided their household.
But we not.
But now is that with the mom not working?
That's what I'm saying. The mom
Amber,
not working.
Was your mom not working? Was it a 1-income household,
right.
Amber?
That's the difference.
Now, 2-income household, we equally yoked. We all gotta step. We gotta step it up. Us as men, real men. I don't know what type of fee. That fee would have said that. I'll be like, I don't know what type of man you messing with. I mean, we gonna take care of our kid. I won't never give no woman no pleasure to say that on me as a man. I don't take care of mine.
Let me ask 80, man. 80, let me get your opinion. Yeah, let me get 80 opinion on it real quick, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, I think it just depends on the situation. I mean, obviously that's something that should be established prior to anybody, joining a union together. What the layout's gonna be and what the blueprint gonna be. A lot of times it's the lack of communication that put people in that situation. You know what I mean? But obviously, if you coming into a partnership with somebody, you're supposed to be able to handle your weight as well. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's a situation where one is working more than the other, then pick up the slack. It'd be some days when I be, on the grind, like, 14-hour days and shit. So, it's a little different. You know what I mean? If I'm working, 5 or 6 more hours than you are, when you get home, but at the same time, it's the flip side too. On certain days, I'll knock the stuff out so that she can chill. You know what I'm saying? So either way it go, like it's got to be a partnership, man. I think the biggest thing where people fail with their relationships, they don't realize that it's a partnership. Like we got to be teammates, and if you ain't on the same page with your teammates, you already gonna fail.
Yeah, the key word is equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm slacking off at, which ain't much, you got to be able to pick up. Where you slacking off at, which ain't much, I'm gonna pick up. And that's the key to that. That's all it is. But we live in a society where you got social media, you got everything that can give you make a person feel that person ain't good enough for me. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, we a partnership, but she may see something that, damn, his wife treat her better than my man treating me, and then they want to look for something like that, which it may be there. It's all go back to communication and, like, you know what I'm saying, if y'all on the same page. Like you said, like my boy say, man, that got to be established from the start. If it ain't established from the start, it ain't gonna never work anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Let me go ahead and welcome Reflection to the show, man. What up, Reflection?
What's up, Flex? Flexion.
That's what's up. I see he done took the mask off now today, so that he might be on some regular shit today.
Oh, you got the nails on? Flexion?
Yeah.
Grand design Reflection? That's grand.
Them Temu masks, that's only a one-time use, man. You can't wear them 2 days in a row. They're gonna make your skin break out.
I ain't telling you no fingerprints, man. Don't have
But hey, Reflection. So, man, we talking about today, man. If you're in a 50-50 household and you got 2 incomes coming into the house, do men typically put more pressure on the woman in the house, or do you think everything's still kind of divided evenly, or do you think men? Oh, he done lost Wi-Fi. Jesus Christ, boy!
That's okay. We keep talking. We keep talking on Fred. But what you feel like?
I'm gonna go in before he come back on. I think my views on it 50-50, or we got 2-income household. You know, I feel sometime, regardless, if both of us have an income in this house, nothing's ever still going to be 50-50. Even if we cut, you paying mortgage or you paying rent, even if we cut the check in half, you still got to account for the utilities. We still got to account for food. We still got to account for when we go out and do some family shit, date nights. I mean, whatever we do, I know we're not going to cut them bills in half when the bill comes when we go to dinner. We're not cutting the bill in half. She's not going to leave a $50 check, and I got a $50 check. Hey, this go to the electricity bill. So I think it's still not going to ever be 50-50. It might, you still at the end of the day, if you add up all the money together, shit, you still might be 75-25 when it's all said and done.
But it ain't just about money though. See, that's where it come in at too. Because when them duties of taking care of a household is way more than just the financial part. That's the base part. But if you got kids involved in the whole nine, it's a lot of time that's invested into making sure that your household is being ran correctly. So
all right, let's do this then. Hey, Rail, right before you go, Rail.
It's a lot of moving parts with that. You know what I mean?
Let's get some clarification, because Rail, you came up with the topic. Are we talking about with kids, or are we talking about without kids?
I'm talking about
everybody ain't got no kids. Everybody got kids, so you gotta say
he ain't got no kids.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody got kids, nothing. No. Don't put me in that box. No.
1 out of 6 on the panel, man.
1 out of 6. 1 out of every 6 got kids, and I'm not one.
I mean,
but listen, no. What I'm saying is, like, it's different. It's different when I think it's different when it's just two people, right? When it's just you're a couple, it's different because there's not as much things to do. Like, for instance, if I'm in a relationship with someone and it's just me and her, and it ain't no kids involved, like at the end of the day, I probably cook better than her. So I'm probably gonna be doing it. No, this is real. This is actual, and this is actual facts.
That's a fairy tale life, though.
Ain't nothing wrong with
no,
that.
this is actual facts because my ex, she wanted me whenever if we didn't order out, she wanted me to cook because I cook better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she cleans better, so it balanced out. So I think that's the difference.
Why you not with her?
Because she was too insecure and too jealous.
Okay. So, let me say this. So look, a woman right now, how old is she? Let me ask you. Hold like that. How old is she?
She was right now. Well, at that time, she was 36, 37.
36, 37. A woman at that age don't have no man, no kids. I came to the conclusion something is wrong with her. You're not with her. Why? That's the question.
Oh no, yeah, there was definitely something wrong. There was definitely something wrong. She, you know, I mean, I ain't gonna get into the details because But yeah, she had. I'm not saying it was. I was perfect, but she definitely had some past shit that she didn't. It didn't.
Some unhealed trauma.
Yeah, she brought that shit into our relationship.
She wasn't healed before she came to you.
Right.
So the key to the success is if a woman ain't healed, so whatever that woman was telling you, she ain't mentally healed. So she can't really tell you something she ain't healed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say, as far as everything else, I don't take nothing from her. She was a great woman. I'll take nothing from her.
Yeah.
But I feel like in that instance, and the reason why it was balanced out because we really got to see because we was together during the pandemic. Okay. So we was on lockdown. It was just us two.
That was rough, huh? Probably.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. The only rough part. The only rough part was her jealousy and insecurity. But
during lockdown, that's crazy.
That is. But like I said, it was balanced out because she cleaned, I cook, you know what I'm saying? We go to the grocery store together, you know what I'm saying? So like we weren't there were no kids involved.
Okay.
So now when you add kids to the equation, that's where I feel like it really, a lot of times, a lot of that is put on the woman's shoulder when the kids are involved.
Okay.
And I feel like that, and I feel like that's where the unbalance comes in, right? Because when you're talking about dealing with kids, depending on the age, you're talking about if they babies, you're talking about changing pampers, feeding them, all types of stuff, right? And then once they get a certain age, now you helping them with homework, feeding
That's
them.
not yours, yeah.
Right. Making sure they ain't jumping off of the dresser, you know what I'm saying?
The couch.
But like,
yes, sir.
Right, but like a lot of times I feel that gets put on the moms, and then the moms is doing all this, and then the dude is expecting this woman to now have the energy to deal with him sexually or whatever. That's a little I feel unfair to the woman.
All right. Like my boy said though, you got to establish that when you first come into a relationship.
Right.
See, people just come in and just being lust and fucking and kissing and loving, and then 3 months down the line, you didn't even know this woman. Now you're in a situation now you don't even understand what's going on. Now you get where I'm going with it though, brothers. I mean, I'm a person that got hung 100 times. You know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about, I live on a daily basis. That's what I'm laughing. Like, really? I live this shit every day.
Well, look, what I'm saying, I'm gonna get.
It's like,
hold on real quick, Robbie. Let me introduce the new people to the show so we can get them in too, and we can just kind of distribute this evenly. So we got Steph on the show. Welcome to the show, Steph.
Hey, Miss Steph.
Hi.
What's up,
All right. We got Reflection. He tuned back in. Now I don't want everybody to get caught up. Just okay. We're gonna talk about single life, no kids, and if you're gonna talk about with kids, we got to divvy this shit up the right way, because if we're gonna just keep talking about playing in the favor of saying someone got kids, not all women take care of the kids like that. Let's just be honest. Then you got men that still work, still got to come home and fix shit, still got to do yard work, still got to fix the car, take the car here, go do that. Men still got a lot of stuff on their plate. You still got men that come home, like Rel said, that maybe cook better than a woman do. He might get off work and have to cook the food. You know what I mean? I know when I was married back in the day, I had to do the cooking because she didn't know how to cook. You know what I mean? She had to go to work before me. I had to go drop my son off at daycare, then work and go to school and come home and cook dinner. So we can't automatically say because kids involved, it's 100% women handling it and holding it down like that.
But it is for the most part. It really is though.
That's why I said it depends on the situation. You know what I mean? Every household ain't ran the same.
He gonna get them right here. We got Reflection. I'm gonna go to Reflection. Hold on real quick. Let Reflection get his words in. Because Reflection, I know you go out and get your money, and I know you handle your stuff at your household. And the reason why for Reflection be late sometime to the show is because he's the parent that's going to pick up the kids from the private school. You know what I mean? So there are other duties that the men are playing. So we can't always say the women doing it. So go ahead, Reflection. Speak. Did he freeze up on us? Or he just looked like that? Oh, there you go. Let's go, Reflection.
Don't zoom into my face like that.
Let's go.
I love you. He can't hear you.
Oh, he can't hear.
Turn your auto on your phone.
He can't hear.
Turn the auto on his phone.
Don't zoom in on my face like that.
He said he can't. You're not muted, Reflection, so I don't know what's going on.
Yourself.
You might got to log out and log back in.
Unmute yourself, King.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, let him do his phone real quick. You got it?
Go ahead, Steph.
You got to go back in and go back out and then do it. That's how I had
Steph, go ahead and go in while we waiting on everybody else.
Miss Steph, talk, Miss Steph. Miss Steph,
so I'm just gonna say from my experience, because I know
we want to hear the side of a woman.
Different.
You know, it's two sides, always two sides of the story.
See, look at the comment on the screen.
So, and I'm gonna just say from my experience, and I'm not saying this to knock nobody. I think when we're younger, we kind of just move differently, right? And I think my situation is a lot different than most people's, right? So, in my situation, I had to like work and do everything on my own, pretty much cook. He would actually help pick up the kids or drop off the kids if he was there. but it was just very chaotic. I was tired. You know what I mean? But I don't blame nobody. It's my own fault because I allowed it. You feel me? So I'm never gonna put the blame on nobody else. I'm not knocking him. Like he's a great dad now. But when I was, in a relationship, it was me doing everything. And I'm talking everything, the bills, going to work, working overtime, cooking, just making sure. And that's I want to say that's kind of why shit hit the fan for me. You know what I mean? But I know it's not like that, with everybody. And I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect and like I was doing that for a long time. I got tired. And I think that's when shit just really went left. And I was dealing with extra shit on the back end, from whatever he was going through. So I know that there are babies' moms too that ain't shit. You know what I mean? I got acquaintances that they don't even have their kids. The dads have the kids. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna just say, oh, the women do everything. But I do think if we look at relationships now, I think that's why the relationships are so fucked up how they are, because a lot of people do live that way. They think that shit's normal, to be honest.
So,
So
to my boy that made the comment, who is that? Don Sams. Do you do it all by yourself, or is it split up?
he
Are
said
you
that you
saying?
have love, you try to do all that by yourself.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's what I said. Do we do it all by itself? Because everybody that'll show you. Everybody's household is ran differently, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of it just depends on what everybody does, occupational wise. Obviously, if you got kids, there's going to be more responsibility you got to do as opposed to not having kids. So I think
Mhm.
not having kids is a given. I mean, it's obviously going to be less. It's going to be less chores. There's going to be less cooking. There's going to be less cleaning, and the whole nine. That
Yeah,
obviously is going to make things easier. But when you got kids and you in a solid relationship with somebody and y'all under the same roof, everything should be split up equally, so nothing is put
yeah,
more on one than the other.
yeah.
Don gonna be able to answer your question right now.
But I just want to say this: if you are in that position, it's
Don, go
never a
ahead and
good
answer
idea to
your
blame
question right
somebody,
now.
because we got to take accountability for ourselves.
Now, well, not
Don, go
every
ahead and
woman
answer
take
your question.
accountability though. Every man kind of really take accountability. Not every man, but I'm gonna say majority of a person that's taking care of their kid, they gonna take accountability of whatever they do. But a woman, they naive, they in their feelings. It's a
We are
lot.
in our feelings, but
It's,
even me, I don't blame nobody because it's my own fault because I allowed it. You know what I mean? Even though I felt tired and you know what I mean?
said it.
Hey,
Yep,
hey
it's
Don,
fair. I
go ahead and
mean,
explain
I
your comment you
mean,
had just made.
everybody can be scarred in so many ways. And
Yeah,
then, like my boy say, man, she brought that situation. No person should go in a relationship if they not healed.
yeah,
It's easy said than done, though. Because we all lust, we all be in a club, we all have fun, we all see something we like, we enjoy. But what I will say, for just
hmm,
my own personal experiences, if you're not healed, don't be in a relationship with nobody,
yeah,
because
All right.
you're gonna bring that spirit to the next household, and it's never
hmm,
gonna work, and y'all gonna
yeah.
clash.
That's work.
Like,
Hey,
That's
let me
why
go ahead. Hey,
I'm heavy
Reflection,
on
can
the
you hear us?
heal.
Give us one moment, Steph.
mm-hmm,
Reflection, can you
mm-hmm,
hear us?
Angela.
yeah, yeah, because
See,
because
he in
you
and
gotta look,
out.
y'all gotta look at it as we all,
All right,
you've been in a
I can hear
You
now.
relationship
on,
with a
Don?
woman,
Can you
she
hear
been in
us?
a
Yeah, I
relationship with
couldn't
a
hear at
woman.
first.
If that
Okay,
woman
Don.
consistently bring up her past
Hold
in
on,
a
Robbie. Hold on,
relationship, or you
Robbie.
bring up,
Hey, Don.
Yeah.
Go ahead and answer the question to what you was saying in the comments about 80 had asked a question like the cleaning, the cooking, and everything you had mentioned. You guys
hmm
divvy that work up, or how does that work in your household?
but hey,
Well,
now I
we go 50-50. We go half on everything when it comes to
go ahead.
finances. When it
Hello.
comes to house chores and stuff like that, we're 50-50. I mean, we do our part whenever it's needed. If dishes need to be done, whoever's here, we do them. I do mainly the outside stuff, outside chores. She'll do the inside stuff, but other than that, we do everything, man. We half everything. We split everything down the middle.
Okay, okay.
That's what's up.
I can contest to the cooking because he done cooked a lot of stuff and brought it through, man. So I know he
Well,
do
I
that.
so I that's one thing I do warn. I do cook more than her. Like I cook probably 85% of the meals in my household.
See? So the same thing what Rail was saying. So there goes somebody. That's another man talking about doing the cooking.
Yeah.
And I do my
And he
own
works,
washing.
too.
I do my own washing. I wash my own clothes. She washes her clothes and probably all the stuff in the house, but I do my own washing. You know, pretty much I clean up after myself. That way she don't have a lot of dishes to do. If there's dishes in there, I make my son do them before I make her do them. I tell my son in a minute, nigga, he got to do them. So that's his job. His job is to take the trash out and do dishes, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? He pays a little bill, but you know, if there's dishes in there, then he's my wife. I make him do everything.
Yeah. But well, it's a balance though. You know what I'm saying? You got like things allocated to everybody, so it's not so heavy. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it works out for us. I'm not one of those hard-nosed alpha guys that feel like I can just sit back, have my wife cook dinner while she go to work, come home, and I go to work, and I just need my dinner fixed. Give me some ass. No, we in this together.
That's how a lot of people are, though. A lot of people think like that.
Well, I know
Well, even women, because that's how it used to be, right?
It did used to be like that, yeah. But times have changed. Times have changed. Everyone has to work in a household most of the time now, you know. So
yeah.
you gotta bend. Everybody got to bend the knee in the house to each other. Got to compromise.
Yep. But that's cool that y'all could cook, because most dudes can't cook.
That's a lot of us that could cook, because a lot of us had to cook.
Yeah,
I lived by myself for too long to not know how to cook.
but that's the thing about it when you got a serious relationship with somebody that understands the partnership that you guys have. The more that's understood, the easier things are going to be, you know, or they'll transition when you guys join that union together. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times what happens is people jump in relationships with people without not really knowing who they are. And then you get expectations because of what you think is supposed to be. This person think what they're supposed to be. And that's what brings a lot of the clashing. Like you gotta know somebody before y'all get to that point and level. Like when I say know somebody, you don't just meet nobody and without like knowing who that person is to the core, decide to be underneath the same roof.
Let me ask y'all. I'm gonna ask each one of y'all this. In y'all household, what would y'all prefer? Now, for the guys, would y'all prefer to be paying all the bills 100%? Or would you guys prefer some help, 50-50? Or what does that look like in each household? And then I'll go to the women and ask them. And more than likely, I know one of them for sure gonna say she want the man to pay everything. But what does it look like? I'm gonna start with you, Real.
Well, for me, I feel like this. I feel like you gotta base what goes on in the household based on what y'all making, right? And I feel like if the woman is making more, right? If she's making more than me, right, for whatever reason, at the end of the day, is it gonna make sense that I'm paying everything when she makes more? No, that don't make sense. You gotta balance it. Like this is the thing too. You gotta be with the person that is okay to like. Let's have this conversation. Like, all right, well, you making 200,000. I'm making 150. But if I'm making 150, you making 200,000. Like, if everything, I'll never have nothing, right? If I'm paying everything and you holding on to yours. You know what I'm saying? So I think you gotta balance that. I forgot what her name is. And she was like, I forgot the rules she called it, but she was saying it's a rule that when it's based on your incomes, right? But if I'm making most of the money, at the end of the day, I don't want my woman to be no dummy neither. I don't want her to be just sitting here collecting. You know what I'm saying? Because if something happens to me, I need her to be prepared to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Because if something happens to me and I'm making all the money and I'm paying everything and she don't know how to do nothing, now when I'm hurt, if I'm in the hospital, I ain't making no money. If she can't manage the money, if she can't manage the business, if she can't manage whatever we got going on, we're gonna lose everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So I just feel like it's income by income based for me.
All right. Let me make sure everybody can hear, man, because I keep looking down, getting text messages. Some people saying they can't hear, but I need y'all to give me some kind of sign on the thing that y'all can't hear. So that way I can't keep looking down. And all right, we can hear you now, Reflection. So Reflection.
Okay,
I can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you. So go ahead. What's your opinion on this 50-50 or two-income household, man? Do you think it's going to be divided equally? Do you think men put more pressure on women to do more?
I think we need to take it back to the way I was raised. I've never ever approached a woman assuming she was gonna help me for shit other than laying on her back. Outside of sex, I never expected shit from a woman ever.
Oh my God.
These women don't love us, my nigga. Y'all, I don't care who you got laying with you. I don't care about the marriage. Women stand more to gain from us than they lose. They gain when they get a divorce. Look what they gain. When the judge gives them the kids, look what they gain. Monetary support, family support. We lose. Any man that's investing in a woman today, forget about it. Any female I've ever approached, I've always made sure I was able to take care of everything. And I have receipts for that. And yes, I've been married and I took care of everything. I expected that. I think men have to go back and reevaluate where they're at in life. If you're not there to provide completely for a female, you need to leave these women the fuck alone. And that's my fucking opinion.
There it is. Mel.
No, why you come
No,
to
I gotta
me?
say something real quick.
No,
Let me
take
jump in
it.
just real quick. Hold
Take
up.
it.
Respectfully,
What's that?
Reflection, I
Oh my
disagree with that
gosh.
statement. I feel like the type of women that you are more, you know, you're looking for, or maybe you're more attracted to, that's the reason why it seems to be that way for you. However, it's not like that. All women don't think like that. Just because you're into younger women, that's why you end up in that position. But it's not fair to categorize all of us into one basket when that's not true.
But you literally
All right.
said women are worth nothing more than some pussy.
To
Like
lay on their
that's,
back. That's
Lawless
it.
game. Lawless
That's
game.
it.
I mean, well then that's all
Niggas,
that you
niggas,
deserve is some
niggas,
fucking pussy.
women,
I hope it's
if
trash.
men have, and this is no disrespect to women, God
Oh,
gave
of course
gave
not,
y'all to
right?
us. God gave
But it
y'all
was
to us.
disrespectful.
God
Fucking
gave y'all
very
to us.
disrespectful.
God gave y'all to us as an indulging
Oh my
purpose.
gosh.
He didn't say, "Hey, yeah."
No,
He
I'm pretty
said you
sure
need a
the Bible
helpmate.
says a helpmate. The
He
Bible
said
says a
you need
helpmate.
but Eve fucked that up when she didn't follow Adam. So that helpmate bullshit went out the door, and
Hold up,
that's when I
hold up.
He
knew.
Okay,
didn't,
hold
he
on.
didn't,
Without going
God
completely
didn't,
That's
left,
when I knew.
yeah.
I want to
Women
raise
didn't
an
God,
respect.
argument to what you just said.
Let me
Think about
finish.
this.
Let me finish. That's when I knew women didn't respect the leadership of a man. It's
God
supposedly,
told
if that
Adam
story is
Because
not to
true.
eat from
because
the
it's
tree.
equally, yeah, it's the yin and the yang. You can't say, you can't, first of all, you got to be somebody that somebody could follow. You got to be an actual fucking leader. That's number one. Number two, there's no, this person's more, upper than the other person. It's an equal balance. That's the whole purpose of being a unit. So whatever you got going on or whatever you think, I don't even want to get into the
A
Bible. We're
woman
not
to
even going to
me,
get
a
either
Steph,
way.
you gotta
woman,
The
understand
bottom
who you
line is
talking to.
you're
You
full of
talking
shit,
to
and that's
lawless game.
disrespectful as fuck.
women, women to me, it's
To
something
you.
for me to indulge in as a man. I've
Because you
never
have
looked
nothing to
at a woman.
offer.
I've never looked at a woman as some form of help. I've never. I've always looked at a woman as a show off object. I've looked at her as something to show off in public,
Yeah.
and I've looked at her for something to indulge in sexually inside my house. Outside of that, I never expected a dime. I never expected shit. A woman don't
But
give us
it's a
trust.
lost cause.
They don't give us their honesty. They don't give us their loyalty. Women
Respectfully,
use
only
us.
the women you fuck
Maybe
with.
not you.
Respectfully.
That's the
Women
kind of women
only
that
use
you
us
deal
for
with.
what we can help them with. That's it. They use us
It's
for
because
the
you
birth
fuck
of
Right.
their
with
kids.
girls, not women. That's
They
the
use you
problem,
for
Right.
that.
goddammit.
They use us for what they need us for. I don't believe a woman can ever be pleased. In
Only
internal or
the females you fuck
external?
with. Only the girls that you fuck with. Okay, let's leave that alone. Let's carry on to the next. Whose turn is it? Because I don't
Hey,
want to go left.
listen, hey,
Yeah, dude,
hey,
that's why
Steph,
I'm not even.
he partly is saying some shit that some women gonna agree with. He's actually saying he's gonna take care of everything 100%. He said he has no
I think
expectations from a woman outside of sex.
But that's
But that's
but
not
look,
really
the real,
feasible.
Hold on,
real.
hold on. Hey,
2026. That is not
But-
feasible.
He
with
just
That's
said,
not
hey.
what all women want. If that's what they
All
wanted,
fucking
he'll
dudes
have a
gonna
woman
want
right
you
there
to
with
die.
him right now.
because let me tell you, we had
So
a show a while ago where we talked about this 50-50 thing. You know how many women was in our comments talking about how a man's supposed to pay for everything?
But
And I'm gonna give you 100.
There's a difference of women
Hold
and
on real
girls.
quick,
You
Steph.
can't
Hold on real
compare
quick,
apples
Steph.
with oranges.
Hold on. I'm keeping 100.
Hey,
I know a lot of
can
women
you
with good careers and make a lot of money, right? And I don't hear this come from them. I hear them say, I'll take 50-50 with a man. You know what I'm saying? I only hear broke
you
women
come in?
that ain't got shit, that's not financially literate, and can't take care of their own shit, always talking about the nigga got to pay 100% of everything. I've never heard that come out the mouth of a woman that's established, has her own stability, and has a good career. Only the women that need help, I hear always say you gotta pay.
Because it's not feasible. It's not realistic in today's economy. It's really not.
well,
If you
first
want
of
to have
all,
anything or go anywhere,
people acting like everybody born with the silver spoon. Everybody ain't born with the silver spoon. So therefore, I don't know why anybody would think that. Why anybody would think that you think that one person is going to pay for the whole household when this is an actual fact. 80% of men, I think it's 80 or 90% of men in the United States do not make $100,000 a year.
That's true.
So
That's
what?
true.
So
But
if,
$100,000 still ain't. That's not taking
and
care
that's
of
still
households
is
these days.
right? No,
No.
Don. And you know what's crazy, Don? Because they actually posted this. They said in New York alone, to live comfortably in New
It's
York alone.
400,000.
No, you got to make 180,000 to
180.
live comfortably in New York by yourself, just comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't too many people making that. You know what I'm saying? At all. You feel what I'm saying? It's a very small percent of people making 100,000 a year, let alone 180,000 a year. So therefore, in this economy, in this world we live in, you have to be realistic about the people that you're gonna end up dating. You're not unless you out here going after rich men, unless you're out here and just looking for men that have money, you're looking for one percenters, and you in those places where one percenters are. That's the only place that you're gonna find men that could be able to pay for everything that consistently for years on and on.
But
And
even
that's gonna take a certain type of woman too, because
Right.
she's basically gonna have to slave to him now, like
Right.
whatever he say.
You're gonna have to understand.
that's
You're
what
gonna have to understand where he say shut the fuck up, because he not gonna want to hear her mouth.
But see,
That
that's where that comes in at as well too, because I feel like if we're equally contributing, we're equally contributing so that we can build something together. If I'm doing everything by myself, then what do you have invested? You know what I mean? So that's why
I know reflection answer. She don't have to invest nothing. All she gotta do is give up pussy.
no.
Correct reflection.
I'm talking realistically. I'm talking realistically though. As a partnership, we're not talking about them sex workers like Diddy had, nigga. We're not talking about that, nigga. We talking about real relationships, nigga. In a real relationship, it's about building.
It's real.
It's about two people coming together, growing, building something together. Now, with that being said, like you said, it's only the 1%ers of the men in the world who are capable. I'm talking about like wealthy enough to where might not have to work. It might be a little bit more than that, depending on the region or wherever you live at in the whole nine. But for the most part, in this day and age that we live right now, it's not a lot of men that make that kind of money, and the ones that do don't have a problem with taking care of it. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, because at the end of the day, if I'm financially wealthy enough to where I can live like that, then that shit ain't even no problem. Because at the end of the day, the return is going to be, I'm not doing shit at the house. Nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not doing a goddamn thing at the house.
Hold on, 80. Hold on.
I'm not doing shit at the house.
Because this woman been sitting here for a good 30 minutes. I want to hear what this woman, Mel, I want to hear what Mel got to say. Because Mel looked like she a boss. She ain't playing no games, so she looked like she ain't dealing with certain dudes.
Mel, can you hear
Mel,
us?
what you got to say, Mel?
Mel can't hear us.
She can't hear it. She can hear
I
you.
can hear you, Freddie, but I can't
All right,
hear anybody else.
He said he wants you to explain on the topic, your opinion now. What is it? What would you be looking for? Would the man have to pay all the bills? Would you do 50-50? I mean, in your household, what would that look like?
I mean, there's contribution on everybody's behalf. It's not just one or the other. I think everybody brings something to the table. As far as a man having to pay 100, no, I don't necessarily agree with that. But I think wherever one might slack, the other one picks up. It's supposed to be a partnership, as far as I'm concerned. It's supposed to, I think everybody's household is different. However, somebody chooses to go about their household is between them and their household. And it's not for other people to say. Like, say that he's paying the mortgage and it's, I don't know, 1,600, but she's taking care of utilities, groceries. Is she cooking for him? What is she doing for him versus what is he doing for her? What kind of a household is he providing for her as well? Like, I think that the establishment inside the household makes a big difference. How do two people, how do they come together as a unity? How do you make your house work for you?
Let me ask you this then. Let's flip it around the opposite way.
Tell Cornell
could
has
you
to stay
pay
off
the
of Chat
mortgage?
GPT. We tired of his damn stats.
Could you? I know that's what Cornell doing. Let me ask you this, Mel. Could you flip it around? Could you pay the 1,600 for the month and let the man go ahead and just pay for the utilities and groceries?
Well, I think it depends on how everything else adds up. How about you have a set account that each person puts stuff into, whatever's left over, you can save that up to go on vacations and do other things.
It sounds good, but a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, but it's not about a lot of people. It's about
Everyone has their own way of doing it.
Like if you're talking about a husband and a wife unit, that's different. But if you're talking about relationship,
but if you
you
live
just live
together,
with your boyfriend, girlfriend.
But if you live together, then you're pretending to be husband and wife anyway. You're doing
you shackle up.
People still got separate accounts.
No, you still have separate accounts. I'm not knocking separate accounts, but at the same time, if you're still living together and you guys are coming together as a partnership, in my opinion, there should be an account where you both invest, say the same amount of money. Say everybody invests the same amount of money.
I think if you live together,
First off, I'm talking.
Everything
Am I not
talking? And put everything together in one account, so you guys can really look at the budget and finances and see what the fuck you got going on.
And whatever's left over, you can take whatever's left over, go on vacation, go do things.
So that's where things need to think. Oh, so I told you, me and my wife go 50-50. We do have a joint account, which is only for investing. We don't share each other's account. She has her own account, I have my own account, right. And then we have a joint account that we just use for investing. But I don't know what goes on in her own personal account, and she don't know what goes in my personal account. That's personal business.
See, and I agree with that, but I do feel like if you're married, if you're really married and you're locked in and you got goals, because you should share the same goals. I feel like when you get married, you should each of you have your own goals. You work together. Boom, let's accomplish one goal. Okay, we got your goal. Boom, let's accomplish the next one. You accomplish that, then you keep going and you just alternate.
So we've done all of that. We've been married for 20 years. We've owned many properties. We're about to go on vacation in about 2 hours to Puerto Rico. I'm about to be up out of here. And we've done that from a separate account. I'm telling you, it's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
we find a way to do it. But I get your premises. You are right, but it doesn't have to be done like that. It can be done different ways as long as you're on the same accord. We've just been doing it for 20 years, so we have our way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? It took us a minute to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. See,
and that's what I respect. That's what I respect. See, I respect the man 20 years locked in, building with you. Because first of all, this is the thing that I think people forget, right? The thing that I think that people forget is that when you forming a union, when you getting married, it's a partnership. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And y'all have to agree to the terms of the partnership. And whatever those terms are, however you gonna do it is on you. If you wanna live the trick life, you can live the trick life, right? You could be the trick husband where she ain't gotta lift a finger. She could just walk around in the robe, drink Moet mimosas in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which is very boring.
Right. She could do that. She could do that. But then she also got to understand that woman also has to understand when that man is like, I don't want to hear your mouth.
Shut the fuck up, go to the room.
And because a lot of times too, what also happens with that at the same time is that if he usually when they leave with money with everybody, right? And then because I know a lot of women that have dealt with dudes that had money where they didn't have to do nothing and they were sitting on their ass and they ain't have to pay no bills and this and this and that and the third. And not one of them have ever told me that they came out of that situation successfully.
Yeah.
Not one.
Or happy. Yes.
Or happy.
At
The reason
all.
why I say that though is because my sister, I mean, y'all don't know who she is anyway, so I can put her business out there. It's whatever. So my sister, she was married,
I'm telling.
and she let her dude control all the finances. Like she had her check going into the account. And fast forward, like when the shit fell apart, dude wasn't paying shit. He was gambling all the money from both of their income. Like they lost their house. Shit was crazy. I was like, how the fuck? And mind you, dude was like, he's always like a manager, like the CEO or the manager of these big ass.
She messed up. She messed up with that. I feel like
you're a motherfucking moron.
if we was to go one on finances, I would let my wife do it. Women are just more better with finances to me. They're just more with finances when it comes. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very good with finances. Don't get me wrong.
Case by case basis, because some of these
don't get me wrong. But when it comes to like, you know, my wife don't have to go. She can go to the mall and not spend a dime. Like,
and
you know what I'm saying?
Thing. That depends who you with too, because some people are psycho controlling. You can't do it. It's got to be like a balance. You can't do it if you're an insecure psycho control freak. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be on the same page.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
There's so many factors though that goes into that, but I'll never. You got the shit fucked up if you ever think I'll let a dude control my shit.
And those are the successful couples.
Those are the
successful couples. The couples that have an understanding and are the yin to the other person's yang, and really have a true, you know, coming to the minds with each other. That's the motherfuckers that end up being successful, because when you got two people that's under the same roof and they going in different directions, it ain't gonna never happen.
Never.
It ain't gonna never happen. So it's all about whatever works best for your situation. Obviously, when you got two good people that do have, because you gotta have the common goals and you gotta have your individual goals as well, right? But the common goals have to kind of outweigh everything, because that's the bulk of everything. That's the real estate, the vehicles, the health insurance, the vacation, and the the raising the kids. That's where that part has to be a bigger understanding. You understand what I'm saying? And then you have your own separate goals. You know what I mean, and accomplish that as well too. That's just a healthy remedy. And in a perfect world, that's how a lot of relationships will go.
Right.
Because also too, and this is what I wanted to say too, like we were saying earlier about like the whole thing with like the kids and all that, because we got to be real about this too. They got to be real about this too. Every dude ain't mowing no lawn. Every dude ain't washing the cars. Every dude ain't doing stuff, fixing stuff in the house, because every dude ain't handy like that. Every dude ain't got that skill. You know what I'm saying? There's some dudes that we paying for them. I can't cut no grass. I got allergies, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta be real. Like there's still gonna be a lot of stuff in the house that I'm not even she's not doing or I'm not doing, because we're not handy I'm not fixing no pipe on the fucking sink. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fixing the plumbing in the toilet. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not putting up sheetrock on the wall because the kid this little nigga thought he was the Hulk and tried to run through the wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's, at the end of the day, I know we like I heard somebody say, yeah, but men do all this other stuff around the house. A lot of men don't do none of that shit because them niggas, they're not handy. They don't know how. Niggas ain't carpenters, electricians, or plumbers.
No, you absolutely right. But whatever you lacking in, you have to have strength somewhere else. So whatever I can do, I'm gonna make sure that gets done. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. I'm not a carpenter. I don't know how to work on cars, but guess what? I learned how to do my oil change. I learned how to change brakes. I've learned how to do a lot of stuff around the house from YouTube. I'm not a handyman, but sometimes if some little shit, I got to change my sink, I can figure that out. If I got to add a wall or something, put down some floors, hell no, I'm a call. But if you want to try to get it done, nigga, YouTube won't tell you how to do it. So there's always a way to do it. You know what I'm saying?
And there is a way, but I'm just saying, Don. I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this. Like we can't even say like in all instances because it's case by case basis, right?
I got you. Yes.
The stuff around the house that has to be done around the house, everything. Yeah, like you said, if you doing most, I'm like you. I'm probably doing most of the cooking, right?
Yeah.
She probably going to do the dishes after I cook. And like you said, you hit that shit on the head. Because my father, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was 5 kids in the house. I promise you, all the kids that can see over the sink, we had a schedule on who was doing the dishes. You feel what I'm saying?
On the refrigerator.
Right.
Niggas, our size didn't matter. Nigga, I remember doing dishes with a fucking chair. It was nothing me.
Well, I'm just saying this is how it went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody,
So especially having kids, honestly, anybody got kids and your kids ain't doing no chores in the house, you're not raising your kids right. I'm gonna just let y'all know.
You can't say that. I'm gonna tell you why. There's 95% of people right now, kids don't pick up a fucking dish.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you that right now. They don't pick up a fucking dish.
Listen. And that's another thing too. That was another thing too. Boys had to take out the garbage. Girls didn't touch the garbage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't let my daughters.
That was another thing. You know what I mean?
Facts. I believe in that. Yes.
All I'm saying is, look, if I cook, can you do the dishes? Or you wash, I rinse.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just work as a team. Like, you don't even gotta. I do think that the dudes should take care of like the car shit because obviously we're not like handy.
Definitely.
You gotta be handy mandy and shit.
That's a no brainer.
You know, pay somebody to fix it or whatever you gotta do.
That's a no brainer. You know, but you gotta understand too. But one thing I noticed about this generation too, though, is the way we grew up being a man. A lot of these youngsters ain't growing up like that, so these women are getting
very different
because they look good to them, but they're handy with certain shit. They don't have a lot of the man qualities. You know what I mean? That we grew up with. We grew up putting our hands on stuff, fixing stuff. You know what I mean? These young dudes don't even know how to fucking change a goddamn tire and shit. So you got,
I can't either.
No.
I think what y'all do is, if that's what y'all looking for, y'all two.
I can barely put the goddamn gas in that motherfucker.
Y'all two ladies, if y'all looking for niggas to fix shit, don't date no black guys because we don't know how to fix shit. Okay, so I know a lot of black guys that know how to cook though.
Speak for yourself.
I can cook.
I was in construction. I was in construction. I know how to fix it.
Hey, look.
I
can cook better than I can fix some shit, but I know how to fix some shit.
Me too. That's me.
I can definitely cook better than I know how to fix
stuff, but I can't fix a car. That's for sure.
That's a fact. I'm gonna put some shit together. Don't get me wrong. I'm just a handy dude. I'm just handy in certain shit. I'm just built like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, reflection. What's going on, man? Reflection quiet today.
Hey, this is way out his subject, man, because his hoes don't do shit but give up head and open legs.
Just letting the male geniuses and the female geniuses that know everything talk. Because whenever I talk, check this out.
We listen.
Check this out. You're trying to set it up on here, and that shit ain't gonna work.
Check this out. I've never been a trick. I've never been a simp, and I've never ever paid for pussy. When I talk about women, it's through the knowledge that I have of dealing with women. I've dealt with young women and I've dealt with old women. And I understand the fact that we men have to stop looking towards women for something other than sexual and glamorized purposes. Once you understand that concept, you would know where you're at financially. You would know
That's
where
your
you're
concept.
I've never expected anything
I'm
from a
not even
woman,
gonna
but
get into this with you because I could go all the way in right now. We're not gonna do this.
I
So this
definitely
is
don't
cordial
think that you should be
conversation.
advising men on how to deal with women.
and then for the nigga on the panel that said, for the nigga on the panel that said there was no woman in the house, I know you just saw who sat in front of this camera. Don't play me, because when I talk, I just don't ramble off.
No,
And
I didn't
that's
say.
the
Oh,
No,
I'm not
you
talking
didn't
about
about
any.
all that.
Nigga, you brought up any girl. That's any girl. I'm talking about a woman that's gonna be there every
Lil
night,
Mike.
not a bitch that you can pick up, nigga. I can go pick up a bitch too any night, nigga. Anybody can pick up a bitch, nigga. Anybody can pick up a hoe off the street, nigga. Pick a
you know
bitch
who
up
that
that's gonna go sit there and take care of your business, nigga. Is the question. Go pick up a
that
bitch that you can leave at your house, nigga. That you can
do
leave
you
at
know
your
who that
house and leave your phone with. Can you leave your phone with that girl that's there at your house right now?
you know who that was?
You
shit
can't
on
leave that
fire.
phone with your wife, with your girl,
Do you
your
know who
baby
that
mama,
was?
your baby mama.
Exactly.
You
We
won't
don't
leave
care
your
who
phone
it
with your
was.
baby mama.
I don't care. Check it. I don't
You
care
won't leave your
what.
phone with your baby mama.
Listen. Yes, I will.
No,
Yes,
you
I
won't.
will.
No, you
Yes,
won't.
I will. Yeah, she
No,
can
you
tell you
won't.
everything on my paper.
Here, fuck all
I'm
that. We
a
don't even care what you got going on over there. Reflection. It is what it is.
Let
I
him
don't
speak,
care
speak,
what
speak.
your opinion of a woman is as a man. Any woman that bears your seed, you have to honor that woman for bearing your seed. Period. You honor the
Oh yeah,
woman that bears your seed.
I agree with.
Outside of that, yes, you criticize a woman
I
outside
agree
of
with
that.
that.
But any woman that bore your seed, no matter what her lifestyle is, you honor the birth in the womb of that woman.
I agree
That's
with
what
that.
I'm.
I agree with
But
that.
outside,
For the most
of
part,
that,
for the most
but
part, you feel
outside
me?
of that, we men have to stop expecting to court a woman and expect something from her. She's not going to give us shit. Only what she wants to give
This
us.
is coming from the
And
dude that was talking all that shit about his baby's mom smoking dope and all this shit. Quit playing with me right now.
Come on,
why
let him
do you
finish.
have to have two different
Let him
accounts?
finish.
Why do you have to have two different accounts? It makes no sense. Why do you go to the wedding chapel to get
Don't get me
married,
started.
but,
I'm gonna shut up.
but the man is asking you to sign what he needs you to sign to protect himself? That's not love that you have out here. It's two people going into a business joint together. I don't want to
You
go
got
into business with a woman. I'm not going into a business with a female.
we are. It's a business too. It's 20 years. 20 years
If
of
you,
marriage, partnership, business, all of that. That's what marriage is. It's everything, my man.
if
And
you can't
until you,
trust,
That's what it's
until you
supposed to
realize what a marriage, what a whole union is, you will never
it's
be
a business.
married.
It's a
be.
business. Marriage is a business.
Yeah,
It's
It is. It
unfortunately, it
is
is.
too.
Unfortunately.
It is part business. You're right. It
once
is
you
part business.
But
once you
I
buy
don't
that ring, it's
I
a
don't deny
business.
that. I don't
It's
deny
a
that. It is
business.
part business.
just like any other entity, you wouldn't want to go into business with bad business partners, right? So
Hell no.
it still boils down to the
But he
choice and
already
the
does because he
of the
pulls
person.
trips and shit with
But
them.
hold
So
on, hold
make
on,
it make
Steph,
sense.
hold on,
Steph.
Steph. It still boils down to the person that you choose. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you got to make the right decision on both ends. You know what I
I
mean?
never applied from a job and went back to that job crying, saying, "Why did you fire me?" If it's a business, why niggas going back and crying because she's getting a house?
Can
Why
I
niggas is
can I
crying
ask
because
you a
she gets
question?
the key? Why niggas is crying because she's getting the money?
Can I ask you a
That's a
question?
business. Man.
Not if it's in a trust.
Can I,
You're right.
Not if it's in a trust.
can I ask
Not
you a
if it's in a
question?
trust. You
No,
gotta
you're
take care
right.
of business. Gotta take care of business.
But
Secure
that
your
part,
assets.
but that
Wait,
end,
Gotta take care of
that end
business.
of it. But hold on, but that
wait, hold
end
on.
of
Can I
it.
ask him a question? Because this will alleviate a lot of the conversation. Do you plan to get married again? Reflection.
Right now, at this point,
Hell no.
unless the sun rises in a different way, no.
Hell no.
Okay,
He
well then
doesn't have the marriage thought.
that answers everybody's question. That answers everybody's question. If he's not looking to get married, he's not looking to be in a partnership. So therefore,
No.
therefore, how he moves is how he moves. If
That's
he
why
don't,
he was quiet for the first 30 minutes.
if he wants to move, if he feels that a woman is only good for laying on her back, that's well within your right.
But what I'll say this though. At least reflection is up front about it. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to get a man that. I mean, if that's what he's leading it, and he ain't leading nobody on, it ain't no misunderstanding. Everybody understood from the jump that this is what it was gonna be. I mean, shit.
But that's
he always was straight up with his stand. You can do respect that.
It removes the expectation that a man wants from a woman other than those two things I just named. You glamorize her in public, you sexualize her behind closed doors, don't treat her like trash, but you indulge in it. But outside of that, if she doesn't reach your expectations, you won't be bothered. If she doesn't reach your expectations, you won't be bothered. So I don't go into it with high expectations.
But no, that what he said is real, because if you don't go into it no expectations, there's nothing to lose from that. But that's obviously somebody that's not going in with the intentions of something long term or with somebody that you really.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's the point I'm making. There's women out there that want men that they don't have to pay no bills. Cool. There's a man for you that you don't have to pay no bills. Yeah. For the rest of the men that are looking for a partnership or looking for somebody to be with long term, their goal is different. You understand? So what he's looking for and what Don has and what 80 has and what Benz is looking for, what I'm looking for is all different things. I ain't knocking. I'm not knocking. There's plenty of dudes that live like that. There's plenty of dudes that don't want to be married. There's plenty of dudes that just want women to come. They got their bread and they just want the women to shut up and say nothing. That's cool. If that's what you want, just find a woman that wants what you want.
Exactly. That's what
us men is gonna have to understand of today's age. We're not gonna find what you're describing. It doesn't exist.
But reflection.
It doesn't exist, brother. It does not exist.
Reflection. I could already prove you wrong. Because I have females. I have females in my tribe. I have females in my tribe that live exactly what I'm talking about right now. My sister being one of them. I have close friends. I have god kids that their godmothers is in those type of situations.
They have an financial investment security blanket that's going to waver in their favor once that relationship go bad.
The relationship is going bad because at the end of the day, the relationship, these relationships are long-lasting relationships that have already stood the test of time. So therefore, you know what? My sister and my brother-in-law had their rocky moment and they got through it, got back together. They're on a whole different path. So I don't see them ever breaking up. I don't see
when you know you have a lot to lose, you're gonna behave too. When you know you have a lot to lose,
there was nothing to lose. He didn't have nothing to lose. My brother-in-law didn't. He wasn't rich. He wasn't rich sitting there with a. He didn't have $1 million house. He didn't have nothing to lose. Men
want something to come home to. They don't care if they're going out here doing their folly. They want something. Men are like boys. They want something to come home to every night, and they want it to be that person, that one person. But life don't work like that. And women are not working like that anymore. Women are not
if it didn't work like that,
women are not going to stay around and stick around unless there's an incentive. Most women are staying with the man they're with because there's an incentive, a protection for them if it goes bad. There's no incentive and protection from the man when it goes bad.
That's
So
true.
he
Then
playing
protect yourself.
Reflection. There's
Yeah.
only incentive. There's only incentive if the man actually has money.
Hold on. I'm gonna defeat that right now. All right. This how I'm gonna defeat that. If me and my wife get a divorce, she got to pay alimony to me.
business.
I
It's
just
not
told you
love.
this is part of business.
He just proved
I just
you
proved
wrong.
I just
He
proved the
just proved
point.
your theory wrong.
No,
And what you just said wrong.
you just proved his point. You actually
Love,
just proved his point that either way it goes, it's still a business. Because at the end
love,
of the day, it's a body
No,
contract.
but 80, because he's saying that he's saying only the women game. He's
Oh
saying
no.
He said only women
only
game.
the
Oh
women
yeah.
That's
game.
not true.
I got you. Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
only women
it's
game,
not,
That's what he's saying.
it's not love. If you look at the attributes of love, love never takes. Most of the time, what people categorize as love, there's
Nigga,
distrust.
I'm taking my alimony. You got me fucked up. I don't love no more. If I'm taking alimony, fuck out of here. I'm taking that, nigga.
If you breaking up, you breaking up. Like, what are you talking about? Of course, ain't no love. Like,
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
like,
go ahead, reflection. Say what you was gonna say.
So it proves my point, taking it back to what I said earlier. If you remove your assumption that the woman you're courting or you're talking to or that you're marrying, if you're expecting her to bring something into your life that's going to help you, that's your first and biggest mistake. If you can love her and she can love the fuck out of you, but you always have to understand you're on the losing end of that as a man. Period. I don't care how you shake it, how you turn it
I
around.
don't.
You have to understand.
It's not a losing end for me. It's not a losing
Your
end for me.
opinion in your life.
Yeah, that's you.
Nothing.
I get
Women
to I
do not
get
bring
I get to keep
value into your
50% of
life
what I make.
except for pussy.
You
That's
don't.
it.
I feel sorry for you that woman did you like that too. She went in the
She hurt you bad, bro. She hurt you bad, reflection.
She didn't use no Vaseline and she hurt you.
She hurt you bad, bro.
She hurt you bad.
Look, she didn't take
It was shorty that was stripping. It was the shorty that you remember. The shorty just went started stripping. Remember, he said it. He said it.
No, she didn't. Check it. She didn't take nothing from me. She didn't take nothing from me but my pride. When I got, and she barely took that. When I got
she ain't take nothing from me but my pride.
When I got, every man has a pride in this woman, right? Every man. When I got my divorce, she didn't take nothing. I didn't even have to pay for my divorce.
Did she have money? I mean, did she have her own money, like, you know, or a job?
She didn't have enough of it. She was losing jobs left and right. So that's why I was.
Here's my thing.
So you kind of just let it go.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing. The purpose of getting married. The purpose of getting married. The purpose.
Hold on. One at a time. We can't even understand. Hold on, reflection.
A lot of women like to create this hoax, and they like to glamorize that they left the man. It's a lot of niggas talking these women bullshit, and it's a lot of niggas leaving these females. I left her. She didn't leave me.
It's a small percentage of reflection because they already said, and you can look it up, it's 80% of all divorces are initiated by women. You know what I mean? So you're only talking about 20% of men.
So they stand to gain more by leaving us than they ought to stay with us. So it's a business for them.
And that's why we was always taught it's cheaper to keep her. But listen, as the purpose of getting, that's where it came from. It's cheaper to keep her. You feel me? Because brothers was getting hit way back then and knew when that divorce hit, boy, you would have saved you a nice bundle if you would have just stayed with her. You know what I mean? But the purpose of getting married is two people coming together to make a joint union. So that's all back end bullshit, right? Talking about divorces and taking the money and doing this and that and the other, the whole nine, because nobody goes into a relationship with that in mind unless that was the trap that was set.
Ain't no back doors in this marriage.
So what reflection is saying, it's some truth in it because we see it glamorized and we see it more and more. It's becoming normalized, and especially with the wealthier 1% of men that's extremely wealthy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's not the purpose of going into a marriage. If it's two people that's on the same page and two people that really have a good mindset and a good relationship between themselves, the purpose of them going together and building that together is to grow together and to take that on as a team. But when them objectives, hold on, I'll give it to you 1 second. When them objectives change, or when them two people don't meet at the same place, that's when all the rest of that shit comes up.
And bouncing off of that is what you expect out of the relationship. I mean, if you're going into it, and nothing on your reflection, but with that state of mind, you're going to attract those women that do want to get over on you. They just want your change. They just want your change.
Here's the other thing we got to factor in too. Here's the other thing we got to factor in too. Anybody poor to middle class that gets married, you ain't getting married because you coming out in the end with a whole bunch of fucking money. Let's just get real about this shit. Like, you ain't getting married because I'm old. She ain't marrying you because like, oh, I know I'm gonna get 500, $500,000 when I break up with this bitch. Like, let's be real. Like, because every dude ain't going out here. Every dude ain't going out here and trying to be an entrepreneur or trying to be a millionaire. Like, the dude that's a construction worker, like, you ain't getting nothing but a little pension. And let's be clear. I'm talking. And let's be clear. Let's be clear. Let's the facts be clear. If she is being vindictive or she want to take something from you, 9 times out of 10 is because you probably did some bullshit. Let's be real. Like, if you did some bullshit,
I ain't giving that much goddamn credit.
No, but also too, it's not only, it goes back to what we said too about stuff in the household. If you did some if you cheated on her, now she want what she taking everything. But you cheated. You understand? If you now, not only if you cheated, let's say it goes back to the topic of conversation. If y'all both working a 9 to 5 and she coming in the house and doing everything, and you sitting on your recliner with a beer while she's handling the kids, cleaning the house, and fucking cooking and doing everything around the house, and you ain't doing a motherfucking thing, yeah, she gonna want some get back. She gonna want some get back because at the end of the day, what's gonna happen? She gonna be like, I've been busting my ass in this house, and he cheated on me. What you think gonna happen? Ain't no woman poor to middle class. There's no woman poor to middle class that married some dude and thought she was coming out rich in the end. That's
child support when y'all get divorced. He can be the brokest nigga. She gonna get her get back on child support. Even if she ain't getting a lot, that's how she gonna turn his life up.
All right, y'all. Hey, I'm out of here, man. I'm rolling, man. Y'all be safe, man. I'm gone.
If dudes ain't doing their part, or if they're toxic, or you know what I mean. I don't think women just. I mean, there's probably some women that do that. For the most part, women ain't just.
Right.
Women ain't.
My father ain't pay no child support.
Nobody wants to deal with none of that.
My father ain't pay no child support.
It is. It's a lot of them to be mad.
It's a lot of women that child support when a nigga ain't got it just to fuck your life up.
But it's a lot of them that do it just
out
of spite.
Pretend like that don't take place.
You could be a good father. You could be a good father, but a terrible partner. And because you ended up, putting the relationship at risk or whatnot, you get put on child support, man. Y'all don't. Some of these women is ridiculous.
Listen, even with child support, let's be real. Like, let's be realistic. You ain't no woman like, oh, I'm taking. She know how much that man makes. She
what
knows
y'all say to that?
Rich. She's not getting rich off of it.
I know, but what I'm saying is, listen, we all have been in situations and been there at one point where we probably didn't make the most amount of money, even when you was younger, and the broad still dated you. You know what I mean? But then when it don't work out and the feelings change and she leave you, it's a whole different playing field now. She already knew you didn't have money when she got with you. Now she's mad and in her feelings. Now she coming for you.
But
Rail speaking on a different experience because Rail don't have kids, so he can't really qualify to speak on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Women will
the kids, man, let me tell you,
destroy your life.
the
Real
kids
talk.
fuel the kids fuel a whole different fire.
Real
And,
talk.
and
And they use the kids as weapons.
on God, they do. I know.
And then
Trust
this
me.
right
A
here,
percentage does, but not all of them.
Tiana say,
Yeah,
for people
that,
to
and
add
that's
a
what I'm
stick up,
saying.
hey, but
Not
look
all
what
kids-
Tiana writing on the screen. You know what I mean? And now she's gonna say 90% is because the man fucked up. See, that ain't true. See, I've experienced a lot of women to be in their feelings and leave a relationship based on her. She wants to be happy. There's a lot of men in a relationship with these women that ain't happy and they still stay. You know what I mean?
They have to
That's because women
still in
have
that
hope, and we
household.
believe that people are going
A
to
woman,
change.
I just want to be happy, and you will leave your family, not leave the family, but you'll take the kids. You will break up your home
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
you want to be happy.
If you're
There's a
going,
lot of
Because
men
men
that's
will
unhappy
stay with
still
women
in
they
that
don't
house.
even
why would you
like.
stick around and
Men
thinking
will
you
stay
got
with
No,
women
no,
they
no.
don't
Hold on. A lot of times, a man will be unhappy, but he give everything for his family to be happy.
For real, and
A
that's
man
the
will,
truth.
a man will be. But we talking about men, though. We're not talking about YNs or little boys and everything else in the whole nine. A lot of times, a man don't leave his family because he's unhappy. You know how many married men is fucking unhappy?
Come on.
That's probably what the 90% is talking about. But because we love our, we don't leave.
Okay,
we don't leave for our happiness.
Be real with you. Can I be real with you? I know more relationships of men doing some bullshit and the women sticking around than vice versa. I'm just being real with you.
Well, yeah, that's ego shit, though. That don't mean that's ego.
I'm just saying from my what I
But we talking about but we talking about in a relationship where neither one is cheating. A woman.
I'm talking about
no. Listen what I'm saying. Though. Listen what I'm saying. In a relationship where nobody's cheating, a woman that's unhappy just with the situation will leave and break up the family.
Real
a dude be in that same situation where he's married, he's unhappy, but he's not gonna break up his family because of his happiness. He puts his family before his happiness.
You can't make a woman happy. You can't make a female happy. Women operate off of emotions. I don't know if any of you niggas is married on the panel, but if I walked up to your wife and I gave her a rose through the aisle of a grocery store and told her how attractive she was, and she let me know she was married, she's taking what I gave her home. She's taking that flattery home. She's taking that indulgence, that compliment home. Women operate off of emotion. You can't make a female happy. You can only give her emotional excitement. You will not give her happiness.
Let me tell you something. That's only gonna happen to you because you don't demand respect. I demand respect, so ain't no woman ever gonna come in. She gonna throw that rose. I promise you. Any woman that deals with me and knows me, she gonna know. You bring that fucking rose home if you want to. I promise you.
But see, a real one would have never accepted it in the first place.
Right, that part.
But
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But that's the difference. But that's the difference of the scale of the type of woman that you're gonna be involved with when your mindset is really building, as opposed to she's just an object or a material to me. Exactly. Right. So that's where that comes.
So if you remove the rose, she's still flattered and you still gave her goosebumps off of the compliment. And
This girl ain't worried about no ugly motherfucker telling her she's pretty. Get the fuck out of here.
But reflection.
Get the fuck out of here.
But reflection.
Women told they're pretty all the fucking time when they're fucking pretty.
Can I tell you something?
She don't move a fucking woman. She knows she's fucking pretty.
Can I tell you something?
That's why they had the Usher concerts, Kiss and Usher. That's why they had the Chris Brown concerts.
That's that type of woman, though.
That's right. That's
that type of woman. Ain't no. Listen to me. Ain't no woman that's solid.
I got a rebuttal.
Ain't no solid. For one, ain't no solid woman gonna be taking no picture with no other dude off the rip.
First of all,
let alone paying $1,200 to do it.
Reflection. Let me explain something to you. Because you might not know nothing about handsome privilege. I'm just explaining to you.
Here you go.
I'm just explaining to you as a handsome man that I have been complimented in the streets the same way. So at the end of the day, I don't know what to tell you. It goes both ways. The same way, if I'm with an attractive person, she gonna get complimented. She gonna know to respect me though. And the same way, I'm gonna get complimented, but I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect my wife. So that's all I'm saying. So it goes both ways. So player, I'm sorry.
And if she's solid,
I'm sorry if you don't know about that life.
If she's solid, she won't disrespect you neither, though.
That's what I'm saying.
So Ben threw, and I'm not gonna call no names. Ben threw me an alley-oop at a party at a gathering a couple of weeks ago, right? And the vibe is going good with the shorty that he threw me the alley-oop to, right? Everything vibe going good. So then her daughter comes, and her daughter says, "Hey, you feeling my mom?" Whatever. And guess what her daughter says? I said, "Yeah, for sure, I'm feeling it." And she said, "How much money do you have? Do you have money? As long as you have money." That's what her daughter said. So for y'all to get on this panel and tell me a woman is not worried about finances, when a woman meets you, you are the anchor.
That's because her family broke.
Whoever said a woman wasn't worried about finances?
When a woman meets you, you're that very banker that she wants you to be. You're that CEO. You have money.
She just don't want a broke motherfucker. That's all.
Your
She's
reflection.
categorizing all women versus the woman that you tried to get with.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that girl's mother, that daughter to that mother, she would have never asked me that. I promise you.
So I will, hey, reflection. I'm gonna keep it real. I think Mel, you was there that night too. So he not lying because Mel was there. Mel was there.
Yeah, he was there.
I know she was there.
So don't think that y'all be getting on the panel trying to play me like I'm a funny nigga. I don't get
what he's saying.
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying this.
He is telling the truth.
I'm not saying that he ain't telling the truth.
But hold on.
That won't happen to me.
Real quick. Hold on. He's telling the truth. It wasn't just the daughter, because when he started talking to the girl, even her friend, the mom's friend, even said, I said, "Oh, look at him over there, boy. He chopping up. He must woo woo." And she was like, "Oh, yeah, it's gonna be all good, long as he got some money." You know what I mean? And I didn't repeat it to him. I just let him keep shooting his shot. I didn't know the daughter said that to him too. So the mom out here searching for niggas with money.
But here's what I'm saying.
But
that's what I'm saying.
They set that precedent clearly right off the bat.
Off the bat.
So,
the mom didn't say it.
Nothing reflection. She should be perfect for you because you guys right off the bat.
But Rail, that's what he gets for leading, because he led in with 13 chains on, 9 rings. If he take all that shit off and just present himself, she can't size him up on nothing but personality and conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Paying for everything anyway. So if you already coming with just some money and she wants some money and you want to give her some dick, well then there you go. How are you not perfect for each other? She wants some money, you want some pussy. There you go. She give you some pussy if you give her some money.
Nah, you women are and not do the headache in the games.
Women, I said earlier, I've never been a trick, so she didn't get that. Women are not impressed. Women are not impressed by a jeweled out nigga. Women are not impressed by a car. Women are not impressed by a nigga with money no more. They're not impressed with it. That's not how you get at a female. So me wearing these jewels that night had nothing to do with that. It's strictly what women are after. How can you provide for me? That's it. I expected that.
But here's the point that we're saying is that when you do have all this stuff on, it initiates that conversation, as opposed to if I walk in there like this and I'm making you laugh and I'm charming and I ain't got it. But they're not gonna say that about
right, but when I left the house, I honored and praised and adored women. Like I'm talking about every woman I've met, I was trying to marry her. I'm talking about if I went out on a date with her, I wanted to marry her. I already arranged the date. I already put flowers in the seat. I opened the door. You couldn't tell me nothing about a woman. Like I loved women to death. But as I continued to get older, I found out, wow, this ain't the move. These bitches don't want that shit. And I'm like, okay, let me revamp my game, let me rework it, and now let me become that nigga that they say they don't want. And that's how I got to where I am today. So I don't expect
like that nigga had a success story and shit. That's how I got today.
They always say the nice guy finished last.
Women can say the same thing though, because a woman can be sweet as pie and men will treat her like she ain't shit.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but then when a woman turns into a bitch, all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, I like her. She feisty," and it's like, "Well,
not
fuck,
me,
how come you didn't like me when I
I'm
was
ready to put
sweet?"
motherfucking headlock. Not me.
But when we do it, it's not. Why did that when y'all women do it, it's justified, but when we men do it, it's not?
Who said it was justified?
But well, you just said it though, so apparently it must be justified for you to do it. I've never done anything that I didn't feel was justified.
I did it. I'm just saying that that's the concept as well.
I don't agree with that. Hold on, this comment on here. See, I was falling back until I seen this comment.
Yeah, go ahead, 80.
The majority of shit that men have has come from that one bullshit. Bullshit. I don't know what niggas you know, but shit, I don't know what men you know, but them ain't men. That ain't it. Bullshit. Hey, that's the problem. See, you also, and that's what I learned about a lot of this shit too. It's the motherfuckers that y'all be attracting that be the problems that y'all be having. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you only attract that type of nigga that don't have nothing for himself, and the only way he got something was from a female, then that shows a lot about you. A lot of that has to do with that. Same thing with reflection on the type of women that he interacts with or that he pulls in his direction. It's
right.
That's a type.
But you know why I pull those type of women? Because I'm 54, but I didn't leave the gate out from under my dad's reign till I was 26. So I'm still behind. So even though my age is old, my energy is young as fuck. So that you have to take that to accountability of the type of women that attract themselves to me. I attract youthful women because I have youthful energy.
Off the rip. I know how that go. Hello.
Okay.
I still take shit off. Look, hold on.
Yeah, I'm like, what this turned into? I'm like, what this turned into? Hey, but no, on some real shit though, a lot of that has to do with the type of motherfuckers that people attract. You know what I mean? If you keep ending up with the same type of person that keeps hurting you, or you keep ending up with the same type of person that you try to get away from, a lot of that got to do with you. You know, what are you doing to consistently end up with the same type of person that you don't want to be with? You know what I mean?
I don't want an older bitch. I want a young female. I think it's a man's duty to have the most youngest legal female that he can, so we can have our most indulgence. I think a woman is for us to indulge in. It's you niggas that trying to make her a partner to help you financially. Fuck that. I'm never
right. Well, then leave them for the rest of us.
It's for indulging purposes only. She's to show off in public, and she's to take care and indulge in you inside your home. I don't need her for nothing else. Period.
Then you might as well just go. You might as well just go to Bissonnette then, or nigga East 14th then, nigga just go pay for it then. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're doing anyway. And that was something that you said that was interesting as well. With your viewpoint on women basically being nothing but sex objects, and you talking about she ain't got to pay nothing, you'll pay for everything. Then you might. I mean, that's another form of prostitution. Like basically, that's the way. That's basically the way. That's basically the way that you displaying it though. That as long as you can just hit when you want to, and you'll pay for everything.
I've never given a woman materialistic things in exchange for sex. I've never had that arrangement. Anything that she's inherited, anything that a female has inherited from me is because we were in a relationship.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So if you're in a relationship and you paying for everything that's going on, and her only sole purpose there for you is the fuck, then I mean, you might as well just go get you a hoe. What's the point of being in a relationship?
I mean, do you even like her as a person?
Well, hold on real quick.
That's not what I want.
Well,
I know that's all I'm gonna get. So I don't got time to put in work. I'm not putting in work to raise a robot that's supposed to operate 50-50. I don't get time for that.
Reflection. Hold on. He basically saying he's not looking for nothing out of a woman in a relationship with. He will hold it all down. He just want the shit to come along with it. Some sex, arm candy when they step out, look good for me, baby. I got everything else covered.
But you don't. But you don't got it. But you don't got to be in a relationship with somebody to do that. Is all I'm saying. I mean,
But
I'm in a relationship if you paying for everything.
no. But what I'm saying, I mean, if the objective isn't for y'all to have a joint counsel and have a meaningful relationship, what's the point of having the extra headache of actually being in a relationship?
He's saying he don't need her to do nothing. So his joint counsel is, baby, just go to the gym, stay in shape, look good for me, please me. I got everything else under control.
And
there are men like that.
Doesn't he have daughters?
Yeah, but he might want his daughter to marry a guy that can hold it down to 100%. There ain't nothing wrong with there ain't nothing wrong with a man that's willing to pay for everything 100% and hold it down.
But the flip side to that though is the way that he's objectifying the woman that he's fucking with. Would you want your daughter to be raised like
she
that,
knows
nigga?
that.
No, would you want your but I'm saying, would you want your daughter to be raised like that? I wouldn't want my daughter to be raised like that.
I'm gonna answer the question. I'm saying it because if I'm your partner and I gotta tell you to help me out, get the fuck out, yo.
But you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to tell a partner. You shouldn't have to tell a partner to help you out.
Asking for that.
But you shouldn't have to tell a partner to help you out. I'll give you your own same. Hold on, reflection. I'll give you your own same analogy. When you go on the football field, ain't you supposed to know your assignment, like you said the other day?
Yeah, but I never go on a football
field. We a team. We a team. We a team. So everybody on the team got to know they play when we getting on the field together.
Anytime a bill came in, I knew I had to pay for it. That was my mentality. Even if I didn't have to, I knew I did. If she paid for it, then cool. That was extra. And yes, I do have 2 daughters. And you know what I tell them? I tell them to be independent, not separated from a man, but be independent, because if the times get tough, you will have your own money to pay for those tough times. That's what I teach my 2 daughters.
So now you contradicting yourself and you being a hypocrite.
So you said, but are you okay with them? But would you be okay with them, a man telling them what you telling them? Lay on your back and be my arm.
I mean, your daughter. I don't want to say your daughter. The women gonna fuck you anyways. You in a relationship. So by him being upfront, he necessarily ain't really got to tell her that. Your girlfriend or your wife is fucking you anyways. He's not really saying nothing wrong.
No, but
I'm not saying that. He's saying that wrong.
And I don't need her financially. I'm not gonna do that. But he's
okay.
But Ben, I just want to know if he's okay with a man treating his daughters that way. That's what I want to know.
I mean, I don't want to say, because I don't want to use the word sex and fuck when we're talking about kids right now, because his daughter is a kid. Well, both of them are kids. But women are understand if they're in a relationship, you're gonna fuck that nigga you with. So why not? And he's still paying for everything.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is this. That's not the way that's being presented is not in a way as such as 2 people coming together on some real shit. Yeah, that sound like okay. That's no different to me than a dude flying a female out and showing her a good weekend. He's smashing her and sending her back. He paying for everything.
It's different. It's different because you talking about. That's almost like some prostitution type shit. That's why Diddy in jail now.
But that's what I'm saying. But listen to what he's saying though.
What he's saying if he was on trial for something, if me and Mel was in a goddamn relationship, and I say, Mel, I got it. I got the house, I got the car, I got the bills, I got everything paid for. All I need from you, babe, just to make me happy. You don't gotta stress. Stress make you look older when you stress. Baby, just go to the gym. Look good for me. That's all I need.
I already do that.
Here you go. That's all I need. Right? What's wrong with that?
But that's not the way you just presented that and the way the reflection presented it was 2 different presentations, my nigga.
Very different. Because you didn't objectify it though.
Hold on. What they say, it ain't what you saying, it's how you saying it. Because we know 1 + 1 = 2. We say 1 plus fucking 1, it's still 2.
Yeah, but listen to me. The way he delivered that was basically like, you just here to be my hoe. That's it. I'll pay for everything.
That's how he delivered it.
Nah.
That's how he delivered it.
Because I go straight to the issue. I'm not doctoring around the issue.
That's not a partnership, my nigga. That's not a partnership.
Okay,
hey,
yo,
I
teach my.
You
Go
got
ahead.
celebrities, you got players, you got everybody that the women already live that lifestyle for them, and it could be their wife. Their wife play nothing but be arm candy and have sex with me when I want to. Is that it?
And that's the
But
same.
you're
That's
saying-
the same dude. And
But
that's
you're
the same.
saying that she doesn't
now.
have her. But you're also saying that she doesn't have her own shit. How many of those
It doesn't,
women
but she
do have
doesn't.
their
That's
own?
the thing. He's saying, as a man, I got you. I'm got everything covered. She probably don't need her own. He got it covered. Let the man be the man. If he got that money, if he has it financially, do it. What the fuck is the problem?
but I did say this earlier. I said
It's not
earlier,
the financial
I
part
said,
ain't the
hold
problem.
on. I said earlier, I said that there's reflection. This is what he wants, and I said there's women out there that are with it, and I said that.
But what I'm saying is Benz, what I'm saying, Benz, I'm not talking about. There's no discrepancy about the financial part of it. What I'm saying is the way he delivered that was as if this isn't my partner. Like the way that sound, I don't even sound like you love
Like an
her.
object.
No,
Like, it don't sound like there's any love involved when he described what he was describing. So
Right.
nobody.
That's why 80 is saying, why make it a relationship?
Exactly, because I'm not gonna be in a partnership with somebody I'm not in love with.
No, but nobody else is gonna know that arrangement. You guys know it because I spoke on it. But if you see me out with her, you're not gonna know that arrangement. You're not gonna know. Oh,
but you're calling a relationship an arrangement, like that. The way Freddie presented it, he said if me and Mel were together, you said an arrangement. There's two different things. So
Yeah,
he's talking about the difference that
That's what I'm
caters
saying.
to that deliverance.
I said nobody is going to understand that arrangement of what we had in that relationship. A relationship is an arrangement. You women make arrangements for us men. You dictate to us what you want, or you're going to hit us with an ultimatum. You make it I want a house.
Ultimatums don't work. Ultimatums
To a house.
don't work.
Hold on, real quick.
They don't want
Hold on, Blaze. Let me introduce another person. Hey, Blaze, I know you on the show. I know you got the camera turned off, and you've been listening because I seen you in the comments. Well, what's your opinion on what's going on, Blaze?
This shit is comical. This shit is comical. For the simple fact, it's like you got an opinion like you know all the women. Not every woman is who you describing, bro.
Exactly.
Not every woman. I've been married to the same man for 30 years. Me and my husband has a partnership.
God bless you.
Okay. I'm not in it for his money because I have my own.
Speak on it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I got married when I was 20 years old.
We are all
Hey, real
like
quick,
that.
Blaze. Real quick, Blaze. I don't mean to cut you off. Hey, 80. This is the person you had made the comment on just recently that you replied back to the comment.
When I'm the one that said half the shit that men have come from their female. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say all men. I said most men.
Blaze,
most men.
Can I ask you a question, Blaze? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I'm asking a question, reflection. I'm asking a question. I said this earlier. You got married when you was how old?
20.
You did not get married to your husband at 20 years old thinking that on the other end of that, if y'all got divorced, that you was coming out with any money, did you?
No, because I didn't go in with any.
And
I wasn't expecting any.
That's the point I'm making. That's the exact point I'm making. Anybody poor to middle class is not the marriage is not about what you're going to get on the other end if you divorce. You ain't got
so you know what I'm going to say to that? Okay, so she came on. First thing she said was it's comical. I want to combat that with I think you're comical. Respectfully.
I don't care what you think.
Because you just said most of what a nigga got come from you. Get the fuck out of here.
Me. I said from their women. You're not my man. So therefore, I would never spend my money on somebody as ignorant as you.
Audacity for you to even come on the air and say that most of what men have come from a woman. That shows how ignorant in marriage you are.
Well, actually,
wait a minute. Hold up. First and foremost, First and foremost, you sound ignorant as fuck. For the simple fact, you was with you not even in a marriage. So how can you speak on anything?
Because I've been in one.
You've been in one, but you're not in one now. But you're not in one now.
Blaze,
You're not in
I'm
one
not
now
even going.
because of
Blaze,
the
I'm not even going
idiotic
to tell you.
thoughts
Blaze, I'm
that
not
you
even going to tell
having
you
right
about
now.
that, Barry.
I was the provider. I was the provider. I was the breadwinner. She
Blaze,
provides
Blaze.
that a woman
Yes.
There's a little twist to that story. There's a little twist to that. There's a twist.
There's a lot of twists.
For you to come on here and come at me, somebody you don't know, sideways, you got the wrong one on the right day, bro.
Blaze, I got to Blaze. What I do want to say, because this is an actual statistic. This is a statistic that says most men do better in life when they're married. There's an actual statistic that says that most men do better in marriage when they're married. So I understand what you're saying when you say that the money comes from their women, right? Because
no, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that.
You're saying that like what because men do
most things come from the woman.
Most men do progress when they're in a successful marriage. So that is the statistical fact.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure you have partners that was skinny before they got with a good female, and once they got with their woman, their wife, they gain weight. Am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Well, it depends.
I didn't say all men. I said some.
Blaze, it depends. Blaze, I do the cooking. She might gain weight.
You said the majority of men have what they have because of the woman. How? When I'm a living testament, it doesn't exist. And you just said
Because you know why? Reflection. You know why it don't exist, reflection? Because you said you don't want an older woman. You want somebody younger than you. And if she's younger than you, her mindset is young. You know what I'm saying?
Reflection. You are not the world. You are not the world, reflection. You are not the world.
I don't look to women for guidance. I don't look to women for leadership. I got that. I don't look to women for finances. I got that. I don't look to women for protection. I got that. That's why.
Okay, so what happens when you're unable and you got that female that can't do for herself? What happens then?
You know what happens? I already got a plan set ready to take care of her. I already got it ready. My kids is already taken care of. My big mom's already taken care of. I can get hit by a bus tonight and they're good. I don't know what niggas you talking to, what niggas you married, but how I move. I'm good.
Your girlfriend won't be good.
What man are you talking about? What man did you date before you got married that you brought more to the table than them? I think it's a clown nigga that dates a woman and he don't have or bring more to the table than what she's bringing.
I'll agree there.
Oh, there it is.
No, and I'm gonna combat that. I'm gonna combat that. You know why I'm gonna combat that? Because you know how many men I know. You know how many stories I've heard of men that had less, and when they got with the right woman, they end up having more. So therefore, what you saying ain't even
more like what?
Because check it.
They got her income too, or did the man level up and make more?
The man because of the woman that they was with, they came into a situation, and the woman that they was with ended up helping that man level up. Because here's what we got to understand. And I think I said this before, and I used this example before. Let's be real. Let's say a man that is handy, that's a carpenter. Let's say he's a carpenter. All he is a worker. Or that's all he know how to do. Right? All he knows how to do is build shit. He ain't good with doing finances and all this other shit. Right? Now he meets a woman that comes along, she makes more than him because she knows how to do finance and she good with her money. And he ain't, right? Now, these two come together. If she helps him with his finance, can he grow past her? Yes, he can. Because she's gonna help him because he didn't have that. I know a girl right now. She helped her man with his trucking business, and when she came in the picture, she has a double major in finance. She has a double major in finance.
Yeah,
He helped her man.
real.
He helped her man. He was bringing. Don't get me wrong. He makes a lot of money, but he wasn't managing it right. She came in the picture and she fixed his finance. And
that go both ways though, man. There's a lot of women that level up in life too because of the man they with. You know, they got a lot of
I'm not saying that don't happen
and level up some women because I know a lot of women ain't got their shit together at an older age. I know a lot of them they ain't financial literates, blow money.
Let's be real. But let's be real.
You know what I mean? Showing off to their girlfriends, girls trips, but you ain't even paid the rent yet. You know what I mean?
Benz, let's be real.
So we can't say
hold
it's
on,
one way and not the other.
But Benz, let's be real. 9 times out of 10, if the man has more than the woman when they get together, he wants her to stay at the level she's fucking at because he wants to control everything. 9 times out of 10, if a man is rich,
no, because let me tell you like this. You got some men. That's not true, bro, because you got that. Just because a man, see, we got to stop putting this in the air because if a man holds something down 100%, 90%.
Nah, I'm not saying a man. I'm not saying him just holding it down.
That's not true.
If he's rich,
we all come from different backgrounds. How you know that man didn't come from a household and he watched his daddy hold it down 100% where the mom didn't have to do nothing? Maybe he's falling.
We're not talking. We talking about apples and oranges. We're not talking. We talking about apples and oranges. I said if a man is rich, if he's rich and he has money, 9 times out of 10, when he gets with a woman, he don't want her to say shit, do nothing. If he's rich, I'm not talking about middle class men. I'm not talking about
everything.
I'm not talking about a nigga that's a cop. I'm not talking about a nigga that's a cop.
He might come even with a cop. A cop don't gotta be rich. They still middle class, and he still might come from a plumber daddy who still took care of the whole household. And mama
that's not what I'm talking about.
Now we gonna get talking about. Now we got to get into race now because a lot of niggas coming from single family backgrounds in black communities. So a lot of niggas don't see this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you got white people, you got Mexican guys who don't make a lot of money, but a lot of their wives still don't work and they still hold it down the best way they can. So we can't say just because a nigga rich, that's the only reason. No,
I'm saying this. You're confusing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when a nigga's rich and the woman comes along, 9 times out of 10, he don't want the woman to do shit if he's rich. I'm not talking about a dude that's just a worker holding down the household. That's a different story. I'm talking about a man when a man is rich, when he has money, and the woman dating now. 9 times out of 10, he don't want her to do shit.
Are you talking about dating now? Because if they married and he don't want her to do shit, then they got every right. Maybe put it like this. Let's say you an NBA player, football player, whatever you are, and you rich, and you got your girl home or your wife. Of course you don't want her to do nothing. Probably because you already got a fucked up schedule. And when I got a fucked up schedule, when I come home, I want my woman to be available for me. I'm not always home. You know what I mean? I don't need you to work a 9 to 5. When I'm finally off my season, we ain't spending no time together. We already not spending time because I'm always handling business. I'm gone. You know what I mean? So that could be a reason why they want their woman home.
Yeah. But let's be real. Let's just be honest. The fact of the matter is, most times, 9 times out of 10, if a dude already had money when the chick met him, if the dude already had money, he's not expecting her to level up in any way. That's the point I'm making. He's not expecting her to do just the same way Reflection is saying. I don't need you to do nothing but be my arm candy and lay down in this bed. That's exactly what Reflection was saying.
Okay,
he's not asking her. He don't want her to level up.
They don't. Okay, so I think when you start talking about rich, and we comparing the middle class, it's a 2 different worlds.
It is.
When a nigga already got everything and got that amount of money, he doesn't need his woman to go get a job. He just needs that helpmate that he don't have time to do. Which could be running errands, which could be go pick up the kids from daycare, which could be shit like that. Maybe you don't want to put kids in daycare. Baby, can you stay home and watch the kids? I'd rather you raise our kids than a stranger raise our kids. We got it like that.
You can entertain any woman in life that you want if she's willing to accept what you're capable of providing. You remove the high caliber finances, right? Any woman that you're courting or you're dating, if you're able to make sure the roof that you're providing and the things that you're bringing to the table can take care of that, and she accepts that, you don't have to be the CEO or this banker or this lawyer type of money or this NFL player or ball player, none of that. You can work within your own bracket financially and be with that female. But I don't expect nothing from a woman. If she brings something that's extra cool, I just won the lottery. But I'm not sitting there saying, hey, can you help me pay this bill? Hey, the rent, can you pay half? I'm not doing it. I remove any expectation from a woman. I remove that. Any financial expectation from a female, I've removed that.
But this is
Why
the
is
point,
that?
This is the point I'm making. This is the point I'm making. The point
I
I'm
know
making is,
women expect to do all of that. So instead of me asking her what her expectations are, I just do it myself.
but the
But
point
why
I'm
be
making
why be with somebody that's not your equal or not your partner? That makes no sense.
Blaze, that's not what he, that's not what he
Because
said.
I'm attracted to her. I want to be with her because I'm attracted to her. That's why. When you're attracted to somebody and you fall in love with that person, you accept it
But this
until
is
you can't tolerate it anymore.
this is the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that majority of the time, when a man has the money and he's taking care of everything, a lot of times a man does not expect that woman to level up. A man is not looking for that woman to level up. A man will be fine with the woman being in the house not doing nothing if he's taking care of everything. What I'm saying is, when the roles are reversed and the woman is making more, majority of the time, the men have leveled up because of that woman. And
Any woman,
if you look it
any
up,
woman,
fact, if the woman was doing more, if the woman was making more, and a lot of times when the man was making less than that woman, the man leveled up because of that
I
woman.
got you, Benz. I got you,
I know a
Benz.
lot
I
of
got you, Benz. I got you,
that's
Benz.
with women that got good careers and make a lot of money, and them niggas ain't leveled to nothing. Them
Okay,
niggas
so
still
look, no, so
on the
so
fuck
so
that they
so
own.
let
That's
me clear,
because
let
they
me
don't
let me
want
clear, let me clear, let me clear the air on that. Let me clear the air on that. Let me clear the air on that. That statement, when it gets made and gets brought up to sea level, is based on the fact of a man knowing how to go get it and a woman knowing how to maintain it, budget it, and maybe even help flip it from an administrative part, right? Because so I'll give you an example. From a dude that ran the streets and hustled, you know how to get to the bag. So now you're working on a legit bag, just like you said. Old girl was able to help old boy get his trucking license, and he was doing his thing to where he was able to level up because you know why? He had a partner.
No, he had the trucking business already.
But this is what I'm saying.
He already
And so
had.
she helped manage the finances. So he found
Right.
him an accountant basically. You understand what I'm saying? But regardless of the position, it was somebody who was willing to be a teammate to help that flourish and grow. That's what you're supposed to do when you're in a relationship with somebody. If I can't make you better and you can't make me better, what the fuck are we doing with each other?
And
you
that
make me by stimulating me sexually as a man. You make me better by making me
We
look good
tell
as
you ain't
a man.
growing.
and that's
That's
what
how
and
you
that's
make me
exactly
better.
what I'm saying to y'all.
Tell you ain't growing, my
He's
nigga.
proving my
As a
point.
woman,
He's
as a
proving my
woman, you're
point.
my trophy.
He's
I've
proving
dated,
my point.
I've dated women that's made more money than me, right? And they fucked with me because they knew I told them I don't need you if you leave, and that's why they stayed. I
Man,
don't need them.
but you know what that also boiled down to? What type of quality of woman is that though? That's the same type of woman that'll get you set up and get you robbed. That's the same type of woman that'll let everything fall down if you go to jail. That's the same type of woman that'll probably be fucking your cousin as soon as you leave and go to work, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to the quality of woman that you do. I'm just being real. Because it has to be, you got to go into it with the understanding of what it is that you actually try to do. If that works for you, that works for you. But for me, it's more about the quality of the woman, right? Because if I can't trust you to right the ship, if something happens to me, then none of this shit has a purpose.
Every female is trying to fill a void. Every male is trying to fill a void. Whoever fills that void, who gives a fuck what her criteria is? If she meets that void and that requirement of what you're looking for, then
So
you've accomplished it.
So so basically you just said you have low standards.
It's not saying you have low standards.
No, that's what you're saying. She don't gotta have, because that's part of my qualifications. That's part of my qualifications. So you just don't require that.
You just said she could be dumb as shit.
So you telling me the homeless people, so them homeless people that be on the streets together with each other, you telling me that they haven't filled the void in each other and they're on the streets? If you talk, you got to make sense. I've seen homeless people.
I don't even know what that got to do with what he's talking about. All I'm simply saying is, but by your own description, what you basically saying is you don't give a fuck if she's intellectually intelligent. You don't give a fuck if she's trustworthy, if she's loyal. As long as she can pop that thing,
she look good.
As long as she can pop that thing and look good, you all right with it.
If you're involved with a woman, in a relationship with a woman, who gives a fuck about what place she plays, just as long as she's playing something that's supportive to what you're looking for? That's all I'm saying. She's a puzzle to the.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. What I'm saying is, but that still boils down to the quality of women that you rather have with you. You know what I'm saying? We moving the field goals again. You see what I'm saying?
So if you're a celebrity, right?
Everybody, when y'all see this, that means the niggas moving the goalpost.
If you're a celebrity or you're a football player, how much time do you think you have to get to your woman? You don't have a lot of time, right?
You don't have a lot of time, but if you really, but if
that's the fuck you do. If you're the Giants right now, you got a lot of time.
You don't, because you're traveling. You're traveling.
You're right. But I want to know that if I make this my woman, that I can trust this woman to be somebody that can hold it down. Because if not, then there's no point in me fucking with her.
I told a female that I was involved in, if I went to jail, I need you to go do your thing. Don't give me this bullshit about you're going to wait around for me. You're going to hold it down for me. I need you to leave. I'm not papoose. I don't believe in that. That's a fantasy. I told her, move on, go do your thing, because I understood that the requirements was never going to be met on her end.
Okay.
So niggas got to remove the requirements, and I guarantee your life will be a lot safer.
So if you go to jail, you're not expecting your girl to do what Gucci Mane girl did
at all.
Okay. Well, that's great for you. I want the chick like Gucci Mane wife. I want that type of chick.
That's rare. That is rare, Real.
Right.
That's rare.
That's what I'm saying.
That's rare.
And that's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making. I want the woman that if something happens to me and I'm down, that she gonna handle this shit. And when I come back, that shit is rare, bro. That's rare.
I'm not expecting shit.
What I'm saying is, the same way he wants a woman to be arm candy and lay in bed, that's what he wants. I'm telling you what I want.
Yeah.
Men today, I'm gonna put it in a nutshell. If we men today start right now pursuing a woman, right? Remove the expectation. Watch your lifestyle change. Watch your understanding change. Watch it change. If you remove the expectations that you require from her, I guarantee your life will change. You remove the stress. Niggas are stressed out.
You know what's gonna happen if I remove the expectations? You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna end up with chicks that you deal with.
Yeah. I mean, for real.
That's what's gonna happen. Yeah. And that's not what I want.
I'd rather go.
You deal with.
I'd rather go bad with
Workout lady up top. Would you have a problem the man held down all the bills for you? And you
Would
just
I
get to
have a
work out.
problem with it?
You get to work out
Negative.
every day. Like since you say you
Negative.
already do that, you get to work out all
Right.
day. You get to go to lunch with your little girlfriends and would you have a problem with it?
Would I have a problem with it? No, of course not.
And he just say, babe, when I'm off work at 6, I'm off at 6, I'll be home by 7. Be ready by 8:30. We about to hit the town. Just look pretty for me, man. Put that dress on. Put that dress on I like and let's go.
I mean, if I like a man, I'd have to like you.
That
But
nigga
if he's
getting.
gonna settle
I
for
can
it,
tell by her response. That nigga getting cheated on. Ain't nothing. He there
Can I
strictly
tell
for the
y'all
bag.
Can I tell
He
y'all
there
something?
strictly for the bag. He getting
Can I
cheated
tell y'all
on.
something? Can I
first
tell you
off, I've
something?
never
Here's what y'all
cheated,
gotta
and I'm not
remember
a
too.
cheater. I got
Here's
my
what y'all
own
gotta
shit.
remember
So if
too.
I'm with somebody, it's because I choose to be with somebody, not because I need to be with somebody.
No, I ain't saying
That's
that you
it.
need to, but I'm saying is the way the response came out was that was a lot of uncertainty. That
No, I
nigga,
can't
here's
hear
what
anything that Ralph says the whole
I know.
time, so I'm only hearing what bits and pieces of other people are saying.
Go out and
So I'm
come back
just kind of
in.
jumping in a little bit here and there. Freddie just popped in, asked a question. So
But here's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
no,
Here's
I
here's
wouldn't be
what I'm
mad at
saying.
it. I'm cute. I'll go to the
Yeah.
gym all day, be cute. But at the same time, it's if that's what the partnership is gonna bring, that's what the partnership is gonna
But
bring. I have a job. I'm going to work. Where's my money going? So my money's gonna go somewhere. I'm not just a stay-at-home lady. I gotta do something. I gotta work.
But some of the men,
and that's
some
what
of
I
the
was
men in
about
lifestyle
to say.
still give you money. It ain't
That's
like
what I was about to
all the
say.
money in his account and you don't get nothing.
But this
You
is
know what
Say
I'm
that
saying?
again.
but that's what I was about to say. Just what she said. Remember, we also have to remember too that there's women out there that want things that because we're not talking because back in the 60s, right? Women couldn't do a lot of shit. That's why they what in the 70s and 80s they burned their bras, right? Because they wanted to do things that men were doing that they weren't allowed to do. We do have to understand that there are women that want to be entrepreneurs. There's women that want to be the CEO. There's women that want to run companies. Shit, we had a woman run for president. So we do have to understand at the same time, just there's women that want to live a certain lifestyle and want certain things and want to do certain things and don't want to be the sit-at-home mom. So
Do you think that's a masculine
there's also a dude, there's also men that's comfortable with that woman
Do
being
you
that.
think that's a masculine trait though in a woman?
There's
Yes,
some
it is.
masculinity to it,
Because
but
if you thinking if it was a nigga staying home, that's a feminine trait on a man.
But if she owns a hair salon, if she's the entrepreneur, she got a chain of hair salons. That's her business. It's still feminine.
No,
Where she
you know
get,
what
where she
separates
get the money to start the businesses?
So okay, so a lot of women that's in those elevated areas, it's an arrangement for them. They take the leading role, right? And they use that against us men. We men do for women all day, every day, and we don't expect nothing but the bare minimums. But you let a woman do for us above and beyond. She's expecting us to bow down to her when we get in an argument, when we go places. She wants to lead. She wants to play the leadership role in
I'm gonna give
everything.
you. Hey, hold on, Reflect. I'm gonna give you an example real quick. Hey, hold on, reflection, hold on. He got a point because let me tell you something that I was kind of disgusted with, and this is within my own group. They're not a part of the group no more, and most of my group and Mel, she's been around. Most of them were black women, and when they was getting together, bro, these black women that's in my group were the breadwinners in their household, made way more than the husband did. And when them women got together and they be at Paul house in the garage, all I would ever walk into in the conversation is hear them putting their husband down. They always had to let it be known. I'm the boss. I'm the breadwinner in my fucking house. I'm this. I do what I want to do. She tell her husband to stay home. He can't even come outside like a, you know, go call that man. But that's the position they put that man in. You know what I mean? And they all cheerlead each other on. I know that's right, girl. Shit, I'm the breadwinner in my house too. Shit, my husband wouldn't have shit if he went for me. But I still got everything. That's my goddamn house. Like, I don't hear other people talk like that. Like, and they was knocking their husband because they in a position of having money over their man. So that is a real thing, what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying it ain't. I'm not saying it ain't. But do you think that's all cultures?
No, that's what I said. I don't hear other cultures talk like that. When the last time you heard an Asian lady say she a boss bitch? I ain't never heard that before.
And she
I
might
ain't never heard a
only,
Mexican
and
lady
she
say
might
I'm a
only.
boss bitch. I've never heard that.
So you saying it's a cultural thing.
No, I'm
It's a
saying it's a
cultural
black
thing
thing.
because it's the way, again, it's the single parent household that a lot of us are coming from. So they see mom growing up, working the jobs, holding the house down. And then it's you don't need no man. Go out there and go get your own. And then that's where it starts from as a kid. And you grow up thinking like that mentality. I don't need no nigga. Would you tell me a last Taylor Swift song you heard say, I don't need no man, I don't need no nigga?
That's one in the line right now.
When you
But
heard
then
it,
too, you got
we
the
hear it
ones
in
that
our
was
culture
raised by the
all the
parent
time
that
on
says
repeat.
that the man's supposed to do everything.
See?
So it's a vice
I'm
versa
not
thing.
saying I agree when I like it, but it's the fucking truth.
But if you're a grown woman, when do you change that narrative when you meet that nigga you love? When you a grown woman, when do you support and change that with no strings attached? A lot of females have strings attached to what they do for the nigga they claim they love. Remove that,
True.
because I never had strings attached to a woman that I truly love and that I was truly invested in. There was no strings attached unless she created some friction for me to say, who's gonna pay that car note? Me. Who's gonna do this? Well, you need to respect me, and that's the only way she's gonna feel some friction. Other than that, everything I've done, I did it strictly from the heart with no expectation from her at all.
Hold
But
on,
like you
hold
just
on, y'all.
said, though, reflection,
Let me
the woman that you love, the woman that you love. So if y'all are in love with each other, y'all go build that foundation from the ground up and work together as partners and figure shit out.
Hold on, y'all. My bad. I don't want to interrupt none of y'all, but I want to get to some of these comments real quick because I do want to address them. And they say, don't do that. All black women aren't like that. I didn't say all black women for one. I said the women that was in my group. I know I led my conversation saying that and give an example of the women that's in my group that make more money than their husbands. And when they got together, how they dogged their husbands. That's the first thing I said. You know what I'm saying? And then we get this comment to say, y'all quit to tear down y'all own. It's not tearing down if I'm speaking on something that got truth behind it. You understand? I hate the fact when we speak truth and you don't want to accept the truth and you want to keep a blind eye to it, we label that as tearing our group down. It ain't no difference if I say a nigga ain't shit and he's sitting around living off a woman and this nigga ain't manning up. I'll talk the same shit about this black dude that ain't leveling up. You know what I mean? That's taking advantage of a woman he with. I'll say the same shit. Now, this part right here, it says, don't speak on all culture if you're not in a house. Well, all y'all that know me know one thing about Fred is I done date all races. So I can speak on shit like that. Unlike the people that make these comments who never dated other races, maybe you shouldn't make the comment. I'm entitled to make that comment because I done dated a lot of races.
He did.
And Ben, don't let them throw that on you.
I don't know if it's more than me, but he did.
No, and don't throw that on Benz. I'm the one that threw in the Pacific race. Benz didn't. I just piggybacked behind him so fast that they felt like he did it. So that question was to me, or that response was to me when they said don't apply it to a particular race. I'm the one that applied it to the black women. Majority of the black women, they hold that grudge and they get in that high power position and then they use it against their men. That's most of my experiences, and most of my real relationships were black women. They wasn't a white woman. There wasn't a Caucasian. There wasn't a Hispanic woman or Asian woman or Latina woman. It was a black female. And most of the time, you dating black women. And I don't mean to change narrative. You date them, and once they get over on you, they're going to use that against you.
Of course.
So I don't expect nothing.
I just want to be clear. First of all, I just want to say this. First of all, I hear what you're saying. The reason why I'm not gonna fully agree with what you're saying is because the black women that I know, the black women that I'm around, and the black women that I seen how they treat their men and what they have gone through. So I cannot fully agree with you on that because I haven't seen that in the black women that I'm around. I haven't seen. I haven't seen the black women that's in my
I believe that. I believe that. But you know why? And I love black women, and to prove it, you know why I'm not bothered to make that statement? Because most of my real relationships and engagements and fiancés have been of the black culture. So I could speak on it and give criticism to the black culture if I'm still in love with the black culture. So I don't take no short from saying the truth. I don't care what color it is.
And I get what you're saying, and that's your experience. And like I said, from my experience in my tribe and the black women that I've dealt with myself, I haven't had that experience of anybody, you know, when we break, or anybody trying to get over on me or anything of that nature, because of the fact that it's also too that I guess when I deal with certain people, or I deal with certain people with a I pay attention to actions and movements, morals and values, and things like that. So if I see certain energy or certain people move a certain way, you won't even get past a certain point with me. But also having a large majority of women in my family and seeing what they have dealt with and seeing how they have, regardless of how fucked up the men could be, I've seen women literally hold down these men till they couldn't hold them down no more. Literally do everything in their power. I shit my own sister right now. I promise you. I literally seen her do everything in her power to keep the men in her family from
That's what she is supposed to do. When do we stop? If we both go into war together, I'm not supposed to overly thank you because you kept me alive. That's what you're supposed to do, because this is war.
But
don't go back.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm explaining. I'm explaining to you that I haven't had the experiences that you have.
But when we're in these relationships, we're expecting too much accolades. As a parent, you're supposed to do your job and be a parent. You're not supposed to sit there and say, look, I'm taking care of my child. Look, I'm putting food on the table. You're supposed to do that. When you're in a relationship with a man, whatever support you give that nigga, you're supposed to give him that. You're not supposed to get no praise and accolades for something you're supposed to do. Now, when he gives it to you, yes, kudos, you got that love. But don't sit back and say, and collect everything you're doing and say, on March 28th, I did this. January 27th, I did this. Stop collecting what you're doing. Just do it. That's love to me. It's not love when you're holding on to what you're doing to use it for an advantage.
Hold on, reflection. I gotta get back on these comments again. Hey, now for what it says, speak on mine solely. Don't speak on a non-black woman who only dates black men. Let me. You know how you had said this shit kind of a little bit earlier. Reflection. I mean, not reflection. Real. Now let me go and speak about me now. Okay. I don't get the women that only date only black men. See, there's some of us that get other kind of women that date their same race and don't date black men. I might have been the first black man they ever dated. Thank you. See, I know I don't go to them places where the white girl there got the Jordans on and the hair slick back with the grease on. I don't get them kind. I don't attract them kind, and I don't even go after them kind. So let's not get it twisted. The kind of non-black woman that I'm referring to. You know what I'm saying? Now, all I asked was, ask everybody on the panel, tell me somebody that was Asian and Hispanic that said, I'm a boss bitch. That's what I asked. And nobody couldn't give me a goddamn example. Then I said, tell me a song of another race woman, an artist that said that. I bet you if I asked them a black, I bet they could tell me about 10 songs right now without thinking hard. Can y'all tell me 5?
Well, because I'm not gonna lie.
Talk like that. We make it cool like that. And we all say, oh, don't put us down. Y'all listen to the goddamn music that put y'all down. So don't single me out and be like, oh, you saying this and that.
But
you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie. I might have heard some Latin women say,
wait, one more before you answer. Rail said, I remember at the beginning of the show, not this show, but a couple of shows when Rail came on to this podcast. Rail said he looking for an Asian chick. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it a buck.
How you look?
Yeah. Thank you.
But hear me out. But hear me out. Hear me out.
I still love y'all. I still love y'all. We just debating.
I want to say this. I want to say this though. I have some of my Latin sisters. My Latin sisters I've heard them say. I have heard them say that because but let me
Don't
explain.
talk about no DR in Puerto Rican. That don't count.
Hold on. Let me explain. Because I think that has to do with that's a regional thing. That's where that it's a like New York, like Italian chick might say that. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's a regional thing because honestly, a lot of people in New York, and this is just facts. A lot of people in New York, we all think we celebrities in New York. So a lot of people will say things. Will say, like
you're nitpicking the base of the
I'm just saying this. I think it's a regional thing, and I think it's also what you're into, right? If you're into certain things, the Latin chicks might say I'm a boss bitch.
It's like when he in New York, right? And I don't know everybody in New York, but what I will say is I'm not going to count if we consider Latin Puerto Ricans and Dominicans because I still look at them as down there black people that speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you got Tekashi 6ix9ine who use the word nigga all the time. And they probably got a lot of different
Fat Joe too. Fat Joe.
You know what I mean?
All the time.
Fat Joe, Cardi B.
I court women off of their looks. I'm never gonna approach a woman if she's not attractive. I'm not giving a fuck where she's at financially. I'm not giving a fuck if she has kids or not. I don't care. You attract me by how attractively you look.
Yeah.
And once I conversate with you and we go out, if I'm willing to accept the baggage you got, then it's
hold on, reflection. Here we go again. See, if I say it, it's a problem. But when you say it, it got to be fact. Now, here we go with this now. Now she's non-black. We talking about not fucking them, and you don't know about what's going on in their household. Now, see, now I got to give backgrounds on a nigga. Now, I moved to California, first of all, and the area I lived in had every goddamn race. I don't gotta fuck, date, do everything. I still have friends, like some of y'all don't have friends outside of your own race. That's why
I did live there with you. I lived there with you.
Get out the box and do other shit and interact with other people, so maybe you can learn something. You know what I'm saying?
I did live there with you. Live there with you.
You was there with me in the same neighborhood. I don't have to date, fuck, or do anything to know about what's going on in somebody else's house. I don't have friends. Niggas used to go over, stay the night. I see the parents. I see how kids are raised. I went to high school where the black people were the minorities by a long shot, not even close. See, a lot of times people make comments on shit and you don't come from these backgrounds. You come from a background of a box and then you try to speak strongly on some shit about other races of people. And you really, really, really don't have no knowledge of other races of people. Your other race of people out the box go as far as where the hell you work at. And you probably only talk to them barely unless you have to. And then you go right back home to your box again. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I say I date, kick it, have sex, girlfriend, whatever the fuck, and I even was married, my ex-wife was Mexican and Filipino. What the fuck? What you mean about fucking? I got shitload of friends that's different races. A lot of people I do business with is different races. This ain't got nothing to do about who you fucking. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop that, man. I think I get tired of people that I know that don't really truly live out of a box, out of a certain box with one race, be the main one speaking on something. We got to stop that. It ain't cool.
How did this conversation even become about?
I don't even know how we got onto it.
I don't know. Yeah.
We was talking about money. And then I guess he was talking about wives and money and this and that. And that's how we got there. But anyways, we done went so left off the subject, man, and we've been on here for 2 hours and 19 minutes.
And listen, the bottom line is, at the end of the day, this is what I'm gonna say. Any man that is with a woman and y'all both working 9 to 5 and y'all both work the same amount of hours, you can, I'm gonna say this, and I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, if you and that woman are in a 2-income household and y'all both work the same amount of hours, you cannot expect that woman to do or to have the energy to just be smashing you when she comes home and does everything else and you're sitting on the couch drinking the beer. You can't expect that woman. Don't try to be going in there. She done gave the kids a bath, fed them, helped them with their homework, cleaned the house, did the dishes, cooked the food. And if you're not contributing, if you're not taking some of the load off of that woman and she works the same amount of hours as you, please don't expect too much from that woman when y'all get in that bedroom. That's all I'm saying.
All right. You want to sign off anything, Reflection, before we go? You can't hear. You on mute. You mute yourself.
The 2 women that stayed through the hurricane on this panel. I wish we had more women that would come on this panel. I know it gets rough at times. Don't take it personal. We're just here to speak our truth. We standing on it, but I appreciate the women that stayed. Thank you for staying on, for the show. And then last but not least, if men go back to meeting women without any expectation, you will free yourself from a lot of stress.
Thank you. Mel, you got anything before signing out? Nothing else? All right. So I'm going to go back, man. I appreciate all y'all coming in. Blaze, I appreciate you being in the comment section and actually coming on to the show to speak your mind, man, because I do take a lot of courage to be in the comments and come on to the show and speak in front of everybody, your point of view. Again, I think we went on to that subject. I think when shout out to Blaze when she came on and she was talking about the women having the money and the men that didn't have as much or whatnot. And then we got into the subject of I'm bringing up a personal experience of what happened in my bike club with some women. You know what I mean? So that's not attacking women. I'm giving you proof and something that truly happened with a couple of them in the group. You know what I mean? So again, we speaking truths, man. That's not an attack on nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But again, I don't want to big up nobody over the next person. We got to stop this whole talking about we tearing something down and we knocking down the next. Right? Like this should be so stupid to me, man. And it sounds ignorant as fuck. And we in 2026 still talking about dumbass shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all again, man. Appreciate you. This gonna make for some good content because you don't put them in segments. And I'm gonna upload them tomorrow. Shout out to Yada. You know what I mean? I ain't even worried about Tiana. Me and Tiana do this all the time. Shit. Who else we had on here? Sheila.
Yo, shout out to everybody that was on my TikTok and leaving your comments. Next time, come into the chat and leave a comment too. Yeah, I mean,
that's it.
What's the young
TikTok was lit.
Can she hear us? Can she hear us?
Who?
She can't hear me.
The young lady that's on the panel.
Yeah.
Can she hear us?
Barely. I can't hear anything Ralph said the whole time.
All right.
I couldn't hear anything he said the whole time.
Hey, Vince, let her know we appreciate her sticking around.
Yep. Yeah. Appreciate you, Mel, for coming on. Rail. In the comments, Sheila, Tiana, Rashawn, Cordell, Shalon, Paul, Alan, Stephanie, man, Ty. I appreciate all y'all and Don for coming on too. Appreciate all y'all. You on mute. You mute yourself, Rail. You muted yourself, Rail.
I'm talking to my TikTok people. I'm talking to my TikTok people, and I didn't want to talk over you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Got you. All right, man. Well, y'all, thank y'all again. We'll do it again, hopefully sometime this week.
Yo, y'all cannot be keeping me up past my curfew, motherfuckers.
Oh, my bad. Shit. Well, you got blame Reflection. All right, y'all.
All right.
All right.